Hello.
Okay, I am back.
Yeah, so am I.
Power went out.
Oh my gosh.
Bad storm.
Bad storm?
Uh-huh.
Holy cow, bro.
Not like I ain't got enough damn rain already.
Alright. We live.
Okay. Not like we ain't got enough rain here already.
I know, right?
Then we gotta have a flipping storm. Luckily I got my load delivered and had already exited out of the game.
Well, that's a good thing at least.
No,
I ended up,
seconds.
I had a freaking, I would have been back sooner, but I had a freaking, in the midst of preparing dinner for the little one and everything like that, I had some phone call come in, and it was something along the lines of, it was like a scientific research thing, but it was more like fishing for who I'm gonna vote for in the upcoming presidential elections.
Which is none of their business.
Well, yeah, exactly. But I was like, whatever, I don't care, because I ain't never voted anyways. I mean, been eligible to vote for a long time, and planned on voting in some elections, but just never got around to it, right? So it's like, you can call me a crappy person or whatever, because I never did. What's up, Alex? But, you know, it is what it is. I don't worry myself with that kind of junk. I don't really care. But at the end of the day, I let the guy ask his questions, and then he had like 2 questions left, and I lit him up. And then he goes, well, my boss just came over and told me that I've been on this particular call a little too long. I'm like, yeah, okay. And he was all like, yeah, I'm gonna, you know, I'm hoping, you know, your concerns and your thoughts and opinions have been, yo, what up, man? Have been heard and everything. And I'm like, all right, cool. So,
that's
hopefully, and basically the long and the short of what I said was, you know, the career politicians aren't doing this country any favors. All they're doing is worrying about how they can stay in office longer so they can get more money stockpiled. Mm-hmm. And the instant we put term limits on the politicians, on all politicians, not just the presidency. And if it's good for the president, why ain't it good for a congressman or a senator? So, you know, that's kind of where I was at with that. And it was like, you know, he heard and understood what I had to say and agreed with it and everything. Yeah. Yo, what up, Chris?
See, we got the dueling pistols going tonight.
You do realize that this is actually my normal truck, right?
Yes, I know that you're 680.
No. Every truck I have has the pistols. Every truck I own, 680, W900, 389. Matter of fact, 389 is what I had Saturday night. I had the dueling pistols in it Saturday night. I had the pistols in the 589 and the V&L. That's just a steering wheel I like. I like guns.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Nothing wrong with that.
What up, PJ? Oh, yeah.
Well, when guns are used correctly, yeah, they're fun. Otherwise,
they're not.
Exactly.
I only know the correct way to use firearms.
Good. Did I miss anything fun lately?
No.
I wasn't on at all yesterday.
Obviously.
Well, I wasn't at home.
Today either.
Yeah, I haven't been at home. And I've been busy doing other stuff.
Uh-huh.
I like you put into rules. IRL comes first.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that's right.
It's kind of not even really a rule, but yeah.
It's common sense.
Chris says, work has gotten busy, been working too much, it's my day off. Cool, right on, Alex.
Well, enjoy the stream, Alex.
Yep. Enjoy my crashes.
I'm waiting.
Feel free to make memes out of them.
pretty much what hemmed me up. I was washing dishes and that phone call came in. I was like, all right, cool. He's like, this is a scientific survey. I'm like, I watch Big Bang. I'll bite. I'll bite. I like the Big Bang.
So where's the convoy out of tomorrow?
Good question.
Because you put that it's tomorrow.
I just think
And we're meeting-
where we're leaving from. I need to fix that.
Would you also like me to dispatch some loads?
Not
we
to
can,
me.
We can try. I know Bob has issues with dispatch crashing his
Several
game.
people do.
So, Bob, I'll
Basically,
skip
what
out
I'm
on
thinking
your-
is everybody's going to have to. I want to set the destination point at Albuquerque. We're going to leave out of Portland. I want to set the destination point for Albuquerque. If you go past that, great. Obviously, I'm going to Tucumcari or wherever the road takes me, but I would like to try to dispatch as many as possible. But Cowboy and I can talk about that because I think he pretty much knows those that can and cannot dispatch.
If you can have him send that list to me, I can dispatch the loads tomorrow morning with an announcement saying, if you have a dispatch load, don't accept until convoy.
I want to dispatch him like an hour before the convoy. Only because if you dispatch them tomorrow morning, by the time they get it tomorrow night, the load's going to be late.
Yeah.
And for people like Jeff who are in the business of trying to make some money, for people like me, I don't care. It's whatever. I don't give a crap. But for people like Jeff who need to make that money, yeah, that would be a bad thing because he wouldn't get paid for that load.
Right. People like him will dispatch something right before it starts.
What's up, Daniel? As I said, we'll just dispatch them all probably about 30 minutes to an hour before we are supposed to meet up. I'll get Cowboy to dispatch all the loads, and then it'll be A-OK good to go. Because tomorrow night's going to be a real miles run anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's kind of where we're at with that. I mean, we want to do some more real miles. I mean, granted, tomorrow night, if we got all of us together, you know, that would put a pretty healthy dent if we ran race miles, but I would like to get a real miles load in with the whole group, and this is going to be the first of weekly real miles loads, because we're going to do one real miles load a week. Those who can't do real miles loads, obviously they're going to have to sit there and make it up at some point. You know, obviously we're going to need them to grab a 2,000 mile run in real miles, just so that way we can keep everything balanced. You know, so if, like, for instance, Kane and Wispy, they can't, and T8, they can't make their real miles thing. That just reminds me, I got to fix that too. I got to fix that daggum announcement, but whatever. Yeah, those who can't make it because they're working or because they're in a different country, obviously they'll get their real miles in sometime there in the week. It's just kind of going to be something they're going to have to just do on their own. What up, Michael? So,
Like me, I've already did about 1,400 more than I needed for this week on real miles, just in case I can't make it tomorrow.
yeah.
For the sake of...
I did an 1,800 and a 1,500.
Not bad.
Yeah.
All we're looking for, like I say, is all we're looking for really is just, you know, 2,000 miles close. I mean, if it's close enough, if it's within 100 or so miles, I'm not going to squabble it, but, you know, 2,000 miles ish is really what we're looking for. It's something that will make sense, and it will help everybody out. It'll help out the ultimate goal of the company.
Yep.
So,
for the sakes of craps and giggles, I've given the stream appropriate version of you know what.
yeah. You don't have to say that, Ace. We know.
Alright. But I've pulled up Wispy's log.
When I checked it earlier, he was 102,000.
Yeah. Wow.
Cowboy's doing good.
Why is that a surprise? I mean, Cowboy did 100,000+ last month.
Did he?
I think he did.
If not, it was real close.
I want to say I think Cowboy was sniffing 120,000 last month, if I'm not mistaken.
107,572.
There you go. He did 100,000 miles last month.
Mm-hmm.
For humor, how about we pull up Zach?
For humor, how about we pull up Ace?
I know I did play crap.
I should be
I
around.
think he
I
did
should
like
be around
2,250 miles or something like that.
I should
Me?
be around 60.
Yeah, I think he did like 2,250 miles or something like that.
Give me a second, guys.
Oh, goodness me. Goodness me.
We'll be back in a moment.
I hate
Okay.
driving in the dark, Bob.
I hear you. What'd you do?
Oh, that was Ace dropping off on his phone, I guess.
No, you were saying goodness me. I thought maybe you did something.
No, it's a goodness me. I hate driving in the dark.
Oh, 'cause I got your stream open above me.
Yeah. I hate driving in the dark.
I'm like, did I miss something?
No, you didn't miss anything. Not yet, at least. We ain't crashed yet.
Well, I know when to look.
Yeah, pretty much.
No. Crunch.
Yep, that's pretty much when you look. You start looking when you hear no.
Uh-huh. My fishing rod will get put down and I will be looking.
Bob's fishing.
Yep. I'm fishing. Caught me a 14.5
Oh, I'm
pound
coming
bass.
to Tucson's.
Tucson's?
Actually, we're doing both. We do both, Alex. We do race and reel.
Yep.
We ain't scared of the challenge. We like the challenge.
Oh, yeah. The more the merrier.
I mean, granted, I'm in race miles right now, but tomorrow night, when we do our convoy, it'll be in real miles.
Yep. And one of us, if I'm here, I might stream it.
I'll be streaming it.
I imagine
too, so
Wolverine will too.
Well, they actually do have, I don't know if they still have it active or not, but they did have a winter mod earlier this year for it. I just never did it.
It is still there, but it is seasonal.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I gotta add some weights to my line.
Yeah, I don't do driving in weather conditions, although I probably should just to mix it up a bit. At some point I might end up driving, but I like having daytime, and I don't want to deal with rain.
Yeah.
I mean, rain renders fine, it's just I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, it ain't no fun.
No, it's not, especially with the way I drive. Now, if I was doing like a real miles run, oh yeah, it'd be fine, it'd be whatever. But if I'm doing a race miles load, nah, I gotta handle business.
I want that nice dry pavement.
Yeah, exactly. I want that nice dry pavement.
Something I don't have to slow down to 20 mile an hour every time I gotta make a curve.
Yeah, exactly.
'Cause I don't need to be sliding off into no guardrails or ditches.
Yeah, most definitely.
Even though I did watch one do that earlier.
Real life, I assume.
No, game.
Oh, game.
I was
Yeah.
coming around Tonopah. Truck came off the off ramp, or the on ramp, right across the freeway, right into the median,
Whoops.
right in front of me. I was like, "Well, shoot!" And I'm not streaming.
I know, right? Yeah. Just not a huge fan of the rain. I mean, I'm just not the rain in the game. I mean, truth be told, it ain't rained in several days here. I wish it would get a good slow soaking rain for like 2 days.
Yeah, no joke.
I just want that slow soaking rain. What up, cowboy?
What, do you join the stream?
Yeah, he's watching on the book. Probably
Howdy,
smoking.
cowboy.
Probably getting his smoke on.
Yep. Had to see at least a little bit of truck driving while he was playing working stiff.
Yeah. No, I was looking to trim today for my desk.
Oh, yeah?
I figured out what I'm going to do there.
Are you going to use half round?
No, actually, I'm not. It's a nice, I would call it a chair rail, but it looks too thin to be a chair rail, but who knows.
More like a cove edge?
It's got a cope edge to it, yeah. It's got a flat edge, and then it's got a nice cope. So I'm going to probably end up doing that. It's going, you know how it is, driving trucks, hauling loads, getting miles. The usual.
Jabbering away on Discord.
Pretty much.
And hearing me fight with a fish.
Yikes.
I just caught, about 5 minutes ago, a 14-pound bass.
I'm going to be honest, Alex, I wouldn't mind having some of that rain here. I mean, we just need it, period.
You can have it. I just got done with a thunderstorm and knocked my power out for about a minute.
Yep.
Just long enough to reset my cable box.
No, we need some good rain here. We really do. I mean, it's needed.
Yeah.
Oh, looky there. Jeff shows up. And Cowboy says, hey, Bob.
10-4.
Michael says, storming here. Alex says, take our rain. Had it 5 days straight so far. Yeah, I wouldn't mind about 3 days of that.
Back to work, Cowboy.
If I knew the system wouldn't get tore apart coming across the mountains, I'd love to have 3 days of that. Just a nice soaking rain. It'd be worth it.
Oh, yeah.
Just kind of help cool things down a bit.
12-pound striper.
You know it's hot whenever the weather report shows for next Monday is supposed to be 84 degrees.
That it?
Yeah, it's supposed to be 84 degrees. It's supposed to be a little bit of a cool down. Jeff says no fishing during business hours, Bob.
I already did my miles for now.
He's already put in a couple of loads today, so Bob's fine.
I've exceeded my real miles expectation for this week. We know Jeff has.
It's making it where I can't smoke my brisket. I wish we could, man. I'd love to. I'd love to take a couple days of rain.
You can have this thunderstorm we just had.
The sad part is, from what I've seen, we ain't calling for no rain for the immediate future.
Yeah, that sucks.
It's worse.
Especially when you need it.
Well, it's kind of like, it's not that we need it, I mean, but we do. You know what I mean? It's like we need it, but we don't need it.
Yeah, we've had an abundance of it here. Everything's flooded.
Yeah, I heard about Missouri and everything.
Yeah, banks overflowed, you know, all that.
Of course, the Mississippi always overflows. But I mean, it seems to me like when it happens, like the Midwest catches the flooding in the spring and early summer, and then the East Coast catches the flooding in the fall.
Yep.
So, I'll be honest, I've just gotten to the point where it's like, yeah, whatever.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
I mean, you know, I don't worry about the flooding. I mean, when my wife and I first got married and we had our first flood, we had been married for 2 years and whatnot when we had our first flood, our first major flood. And I hadn't lived here, so I didn't have previous years' experience on what floods around here and what don't. But considering it was a pretty gnarly flood, I feel pretty good about it.
Right.
I mean, it was actually, if I'm not mistaken, I'd actually have to look at the NOAA. But for our area, I think it was actually a record flood, if I'm not mistaken. So it actually broke the previous record, if it broke the record at all. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I really feel like, if the Corps of Engineers would just come in and dredge the river and dig it deeper, I think we'd be all right.
Right.
I mean, I think that would actually be the real ticket right there. It's like, hey, just make the river deeper. Call it a day. Well, we got some rivers. Alex says you and him most likely got hit by the same storm since he's in Illinois, too.
Yep, I'm just outside of St. Louis.
So I imagine you can look and see the arch.
Yes, I can. I can walk out my front door and look to the west and see it.
And there it sits. So, Bob, are you going to the Bigfoot open house this weekend?
Probably not. I'll probably be at work.
That's something if I lived closer, that's something I would do. I would straight up go to the Bigfoot open house. Like,
I know the guys that built it.
Yeah.
I know all the Schaefers. That built the original Bigfoot.
You mean the Chandlers?
No, the Schaefers built the original one.
Chandlers that built the original Bigfoot. Bigfoot 1 was built by Bob and Marilyn Chandler. You must be thinking of Barefoot.
No?
Fred Schaefer owned Barefoot for like ever.
It was Ron Schaefer.
Ron Schaefer?
Because one of the old ones still sits about down the road from me.
Because Bob and Marilyn, they built Bigfoot 1 back in the 70s and whatnot. Doing all that mess for forever.
Yeah, too much money in that stuff for me.
I'll put it like this, though. There's money to be made in it. It costs money to get into it, but there's money to be made.
Exactly.
Especially if you're a crazy knucklehead and you're like friggin' Heavy D and you go to Monster Jam and say, look, I want a truck, but I want to put a diesel motor in it because I'm a diesel guy. And then, you do that for about a year and you're like, hey, I got a crazy idea. I want to jump an airplane. I heard some people saying that, it was all a hoax. They weren't going to jump no plane, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting there thinking, I watched the replays. I watched the show. And I'm sitting there going, considering you have two different vehicles controlled by two different people in a real-world environment with the wind they had, I'm genuinely impressed at the whole thing. I mean, you couldn't have got the plane no closer.
Right.
I mean, it literally, like, if Heavy D had left maybe 2 seconds before he did, that probably would have put him passing right over the plane. But the thing about it is, when you're looking at the plane from the side and you're watching the bulldozer go over the gap, dude, the plane was going by right as he was hitting the top edge of the ramp. So, I mean, that's pretty dang close in my book.
Yep.
I mean, yo, Snowman.
Is this private?
Streaming. What's up?
Streaming.
Nothing. Just wanted to hop in because I saw y'all were sitting here.
Oh, come on in.
Yep,
I'm in my office. If it's private, I'll tell you, hey, look, we need some privacy.
Right.
We's talking on things.
Just streaming and enjoying our games.
Yeah, pretty much. If I need privacy that bad, I have a conference room on my Discord.
Right.
That is a private conference room that the only way you can get in there is I literally have to drag you in.
When does truck book reset? In 2 days?
Friday at some point. I think it's like 5 p.m. Eastern time Friday.
Friday. Okay, that's not bad because we're literally like less than 100,000 miles away from second place.
Yeah, we know.
I've been trying to close the gap on that.
20-pound striped bass.
But I will say this about the Brodozer. I can't believe they actually took the roof rack off of it. I don't know how many people noticed that. But they took the roof rack off the monster truck. I could not believe that.
Wow.
Thought to myself, that's adorable. The funny part is, unless I'm deeply mistaken, and if I'm mistaken, one of y'all feel free to just let me know, because I'll be like, my bad. But unless I'm mistaken, Dan Runte still holds the record for the longest jump. And again, I could be wrong, but I'm feeling like I'm not. Because he jumped a Bigfoot truck over a 727 jet back in 99, I think it was.
I think so. Sounds about right.
Yeah, it was freaking awesome. But it also shows you the quality of building that those trucks go through, because the way he landed at an awkward angle because he didn't have a ramp to land on like Heavy D did. Yeah. So it was kind of like if he'd actually hit the ramp and whatnot, it would have actually landed it perfectly. But because he landed flat on the ground, I mean, yeah. And he didn't have a freaking 12-foot tall ramp to jump that 727 neither. Granted, the 727 was not flying, but still. It's cool. Although it was neat to see his buddy who had the Razor, Tanner Godfrey. It was kind of cool to see Tanner recapture the long distance record in that Razor. 240 feet. Holy cow. I mean, he hit the top of that ramp and just said, send it.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much all he did with that. That was a jump. Cowboys said something about he'll be home soon. Michael says the Arkansas River is over flood stage. Well, that ain't surprising.
I think just about every river in the Midwest is over flood stage.
Yeah, I agree.
Missouri, the Illinois, the Mississippi.
Mississippi's overflowing?
Oh yeah, big time.
Because I know we got a bunch of rivers here, and they are definitely up to capacity. We got a couple that are actually spilling over, but I didn't realize that Missouri was getting that bad.
All three of them are.
Dang. It's getting pretty bad then. Because that's a pretty big river.
Mm-hmm. I know they've got the river closed to barge traffic.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a logical thing to do.
They're having a hard time controlling the water.
Controlling the water.
I just had another phone call. Apparently it's that time of year where I'm going to start getting a whole bunch of stupid phone calls about surveys and stuff, and I'm like, really?
Those are the best. I always mess with them.
Well, I messed with the last survey I had, which was about the presidential election next year. Thinking to myself, yep, I'll go ahead and do that. Then this last survey was about an electric company here in North Carolina. I have no idea what it was about. The funny thing is, it's about an electric company in North Carolina. Hey, Petra. And the phone call came from... Where did it come from? Let's see. Bring up the old telephone. Came from Glastonbury. I'm probably screwing that up, but I'm going to go with it. Glastonbury, Connecticut. I had to enunciate. Came from Glastonbury, Connecticut. So now I want to know what Glastonbury, Connecticut has to do with electric companies in North Carolina. Just curious. I mean, that'd be like me calling Snow and going, hey, what's your favorite pizza place? Is it Bob's Pizzeria?
That sounds like a legitimate thing.
Yeah, but duh, of course. You gotta make it sound legit, man. Then he's like, am I speaking to one of the heads of the household? I'm like, well, yeah. He goes, alright, you have a few moments to take this survey? I'm like, as long as you make it quick, man. He goes, okay, it's gonna take about 7 or 8 minutes. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna have to call me back. Next time I get a phone call from an 800 number, I'm just gonna sit there and answer the phone. I'm gonna leave my mic open and everything. Just answer the phone on stream. Yeah,
I mean,
we might all get a good laugh.
yep.
Of course, if they call me and if I get another phone call while I'm streaming, I'm gonna sit there and I'm really gonna mess on. Like, yo, look, you want me to take this survey, right? And you can be like, yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. Then what I'm gonna need you to do is I'm gonna need you to go to Facebook and I'm gonna need you to go to XG Wolverine. He gonna be like, okay. I'm gonna be like, yeah. I'm gonna need you to watch the stream, like, follow, share the page with all your friends. Because I'm currently live right now and you are interfering with my life. Cacao! Oh, yeah. So you got a long way to go if you're going to catch Wispy, homie.
Well, I'm just trying to help close the gap on the second place thing.
Oh my gosh, I cannot. Yeah, Zach's fired. Yo, what up,
What?
Caleb? Oh, crap! Okay, whatever. I can cross over. It don't matter. I screwed up on my turn.
Oh.
Zach posted in the Discord, in the officers chat on Discord, says, who's the best truck driver here? His little special bot going to be making some cookie brownies. Okay, fine. Obviously, the answer is Zach the Canadian. I got you on this. I got you on this. I'm actually going to reply like normal. That would require him to drive.
Rip. Oh man.
Shots fired. Shots fired in the studio.
Does offline mode limit you to 65 miles an hour or what?
Does how well what?
Does offline mode limit you to 65 miles an hour?
If you're in offline mode, probably if you were in online and then you did something and came back and you were offline, it depends on the speed zone you were in.
I was in unlimited or unrestricted speed zone.
Well, then you might need to check
was
your
driving-
doodadly and whatnot.
But now it's not letting me go above 65 miles an hour.
Yeah, you might need to log out and
Yeah, I honestly don't even know what speed
LOL.
zone 65 miles per hour is. Unless I accidentally activated some sort of limiter.
Yeah, I know I missed my turn, Cowboy. Michael's cooking chicken. Cowboy's fixing cookie brownies.
Cookie brownies?
Yeah, if you've never had them, you need to go get a cookbook and go to your local grocery store and get some stuff and fix them up because they are good. Cookie brownies are delicious.
Yeah, I probably have the ingredients for that stuff.
Yeah, cookie brownies are amazing.
I mean, brownies themselves are absolutely amazing.
Oh, this is brownies with a little extra flour in them.
Cowboy's dying.
Brownies with a little extra flour.
Or whatever the base is.
Cookie dough, man. Cookie dough is brownie mix with cookie dough mix. And then you bake them in the oven, and boom, it's a cookie brownie. Hello?
Yeah, I make them a little different.
Well, I'm talking about for people like me and Snow who aren't as educated at cooking as others, Mr. Grandmaster Chef.
Oh, no.
That's... No, I do
That's
not
definitely
belong
not
in that
me.
category. I am very much aware of basic...
That's funny. Darth
culinary.
Vader is the best. What? What are you talking about? Darth Vader is the best. You might have an external load. Yeah, that's a good point, Snow. You might have an external contracts load.
Do I?
I don't know. Do you?
I'm driving my trailer. I'm driving my personal vehicle.
You can drag your personal trailer haul in external contract, man. I've honestly, believe it or not, I've never done an external contract load.
Neither have I.
Yeah, I don't think I've touched
The
them.
funny thing about it is, I never could do one because I didn't have my profile linked to World of Trucks. Now I do. But anyhow, that being said, yeah. I'm gonna drive down the middle of the road from it.
What's that one southern thing? Biscuits or something?
Biscuits? I made chicken
That's a
Alfredo last night, yo, for real. That was some good stuff.
Biscuits are a southern thing, alright?
Huh? What? Biscuits?
Yeah.
What are you talking about biscuits for? I love biscuits.
I'm saying they're a southern thing, right?
Biscuits is an anywhere thing, homie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Except New Mexico. In New Mexico, you ain't getting a biscuit, you ain't getting cornbread, you're gonna get tortillas. What they do. And I said New Mexico because that's legitimately what they do. A podcast I've listened to. New Mexico. The state, not the country.
Yes, New Mexico is not a country.
Oh, Jesus. Well,
oh man.
Anyhow, so that being said, Longer Seasons is the best Darth Vader. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, okay.
Oh, is El gonna put some miles in?
I've put like 5K miles in today.
You put 5,000 miles in.
1.5K the other day.
Alex, Zach can't even buy Funyuns, man.
Funyuns are good. Oh, I think they're discontinued.
Huh?
No.
Are you on drugs?
I honestly have not seen them in a while. My local Walmart, I've never
Well,
seen
that's
this.
on your Frito-Lay guy. Your Frito-Lay guy dropped the ball because Frito-Lay puts out Funyuns.
Yeah.
Yeah, but...
That's one of their top-selling snack chips.
Funyuns from Frito-Lay? Really?
Yeah.
Everybody buys them.
Actually, yeah.
Funyuns are produced by Frito-Lay. Ruffles are produced by Frito-Lay. Lay's potato chips are produced by Frito-Lay.
Yes, I'm aware of the corporations that manufacture, or the corporation that manufactures Frito Funyuns, or whatever they are.
Oh my God, are you dying on us?
No, I had to burp, but I didn't want to.
Wow. Homemade biscuits are good. You get the right amount of flour and stuff, man. Them some good biscuits. Them good fluffy biscuits.
You need about 700 pounds of flour to about 3 parts water.
How many biscuits are you making? 700 pounds of flour? Are you kidding me? My mom, I have watched her. My mom made some of the most gargantuan biscuits with 2 cups of flour.
But Wolverine, what he said though was 3 cups of water.
Yes. And that's the recipe to make some of the best dang biscuits you've ever had.
Are you serious right now, Snow? 700 pounds of flour to 3 cups of water? What are you ain't making no biscuits, son. You're making tortillas. Because them things gonna be flat. You're making pita.
Right. I don't know. I've never made biscuits, so I wouldn't know.
You're gonna have to get him a job at Hardee's.
I'm gonna tell you right now, what I need to do is I need to go to the store. I'm not doing it right now, boys and girls. Y'all are good. What I need to do is I need to go to the store. I need to get me some Grand's biscuit.
Ooh, yeah.
The honey butter flaky layers biscuits. And I need to get me a big old wedge of hoop cheese.
Of what?
It's called hoop cheese.
Uh-huh.
When you melt hoop cheese, it is the gooeyest, meltiest cheese you will ever eat.
I thought it was supposed to be matzo.
No, hoop cheese is, it's like a cheddar cheese,
Yeah.
but it's got this wax coating on it and whatnot, and holy cow.
A wax coating on a cheese?
Yep.
Yeah, it protects
So
it.
you're getting a candle, essentially?
No, basically, like, okay, when you go to the store and you buy, like, shredded cheese for, tacos or, enchiladas or something.
Tacos?
What? Who doesn't put
puts
cheese in
on,
tacos?
No, who puts cheese on tacos? What?
Who
on
doesn't
earth?
put cheese on tacos? Are you new?
Any sensible person with
No,
any
you
sort
got
of
to have cheddar
appreciation
cheese
for
on your
Mexican
taco, man.
cuisine.
It's got to be shredded cheddar cheese. You don't melt
Oh my
it, you just put it on there.
Oh my gosh.
Taco Bell has shredded cheddar cheese on their tacos.
Taco Bell isn't. It's not even. Okay.
My neighbor's Mexican. He does.
Well, barely.
I put cheese on
barely
enchiladas.
Mexican.
Am I wrong
Yeah,
for putting
you're
cheese on
supposed to put
enchiladas?
cheese on enchiladas.
Cheese is
Don't
good
put cheese on
anything.
tacos.
Man, you got to put
That's
cheese
all
on
we
pretty
do.
much anything. I mean, you know, you could try putting cheese on your cereal tomorrow morning. It might work.
I'm not a fan of cheese at all.
That's the different problem.
No,
Just 'cause you don't like cheese
doesn't
don't mean
belong on
normal.
tacos. Though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, it
How
does.
many people watching this stream right now like cheese on their tacos? Just
Are you
saying.
talking about a Taco Bell taco or a legitimate like Mexican taco?
I'm talking about a taco, man. I don't care. I've been to Mexican joints and they have daggum cheese on the taco. Hello?
Like Americans.
No,
Tacos
no. These
with
places are
cheese.
run by full-on Mexicans.
Yeah, they're trying to, you know.
They
have
poquito English very little. Just saying.
business. They little English very little.
Yeah, pretty much. They little English very little.
Oh gosh, this just hurts my heart to hear.
I mean, they poquito the English. That's pretty much it.
Cheese on tacos, though, that is.
Anyhow, you're missing my point. Okay, the shredded cheese or the blocks of cheese that you get in the dairy section or even the sliced cheese, it has to be on refrigeration. There are types of cheeses that do not have to be on refrigeration, but they have to be preserved in some form or fashion. Now, there's two ways to do it. You preserve the cheese and whatnot in a vacuum pack. You vacuum seal that deal, or you put it in a wax coating, a la a candle.
Yep.
You have to literally melt wax over the cheese in order to get it to stay fresh. It's the way to preserve it.
Isn't it like those little red circles of cheese?
Pretty much, just like the little red circles of cheese. It's a wax coating that goes over it.
Yep.
It's like baby, like Dell or I don't know what the heck.
Yeah,
the company-
Del Baby or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, something like
My
that.
daughter
Those
likes
little
them.
red circles. They're so bad though. It tastes so bad.
Hey, can we just remove this, guys? He's a disgrace to us all. And cheese goes on almost anything I even add more cheese to mac and cheese. Now see, that right there, that's my guy. That's my cheese is good.
Oh, it goes on everything.
I mean, okay, let's put it like this. Cheese goes with practically everything, and I will prove my point. Have you ever heard the statement, would you like a little cheese to go with that wine? That's not just some making fun thing, that's literally a thing. There are people who drink wine and eat cheese. It's what they do.
Yeah, there's clubs dedicated.
Yeah, exactly.
Wine
You
cheese.
get a glass of wine and you get some cheese to eat with it. Literally,
Yeah.
it's... I don't know how it started, I just know it started. If anybody wants to Google how that started, by all means, feel free, give me the Cliff Notes.
Well, wine and cheese were like luxury commodities back then, so I assume someone paired them together and was like, you know what, this is delicious.
pretty
Let's have some
sure.
of this.
I mean, I'm just saying, I put cheese on homemade tacos. I love cheese.
Oh, goodness.
You have to put cheese on some things. I mean, really. Like, okay, you've had a cheeseburger, right?
No, I don't like cheese.
You don't like cheese. Are you lactose intolerant?
No, I just hate cheese. It's awful. I hate the smell of it. I hate the taste of it.
Cheese on spaghetti, absolutely. Parmesan cheese.
Yep.
that's
Parmesan
not
or Romano.
I usually go with half a can of Parmesan.
Half a can?
half a
buy
can,
that.
half a full-size canister of Parmesan cheese on my spaghetti.
Definitely love cheese, then.
Buy that Parmesan
I can't,
Romano
but
mix.
here's the thing. I can't do spaghetti without Parmesan cheese because when I was in high school, we went to this little mom and pop place every Friday. The varsity football team did. And I was on the varsity football team, so I went with the team. And we went, and our pre-meal dinner was, and it literally burned me out on spaghetti. I literally got to the point where I hated spaghetti for like 12 years. I despised it. I could not stand it. My mom would make it and she knew I wouldn't eat it. I would go hungry that night, or I would have me a cheese sandwich or something. I just would not eat spaghetti. I cannot stand it. And I sat there, and every Friday night during football season, when you have it for 16 consecutive weeks, every Friday night, and it's the most watered down mess known to man, I just quit eating. I literally, the third straight Friday we went in, and that spaghetti was like watered down. I mean, I choked it down that third time, and then when they came out, they said, tea, water? I said, tea. Do you want spaghetti? Nope, I don't want no spaghetti. I'm good. Totally good. I just got over it. I mean, it took me 3 weeks to get burned out on it. It took me 3 consecutive Fridays to just say, nope, I'm done. I don't ever want spaghetti again. And to this day, I will only eat spaghetti maybe once every 3 or 4 months. And that's only because that's what my wife fixes, because that's what my daughter wants.
Spaghetti.
I mean, I cannot stand spaghetti. I detest spaghetti. Matter of fact, if I have a frozen pizza in the house and the wife's fixing spaghetti for the little one, I will heat up that frozen pizza just to keep from eating spaghetti.
Safe travels there, LAX.
Thanks, buddy. You too, man.
Like, DiGiorno makes some pretty good stuff.
I like Red Baron, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, that's also really good tasting frozen pizza.
10-4.
It's not like quality, but it's also not bad at all.
Now, I'm assuming Snow eats pizza without cheese.
No, that'd be an abomination. No,
so then you don't completely hate cheese.
I don't completely hate cheese. I just, I'm not going to put it on a taco. I'm not going to put it on a burger. But if the dish requires cheese as its main ingredient, then yeah, fine, great. Because I love pizza. I love grilled cheese sandwiches. I just don't like, cheese.
You don't add cheese to things that you don't think need cheese, like a burger. Yeah, see, at McDonald's, I got to have cheese on my burger. I'm sorry, I just do. If I fix burgers on the grill here at the house, there is a brand new pack of Velveeta sliced cheese waiting for one of them burgers.
Yep.
Velveeta? Don't they make mac and cheese or something?
Velveeta or Kraft. Mainly it's Kraft. I said Velveeta, but I meant Kraft. Kraft cheese, man. Gotta love it. I mean, I grew up eating cheese. I mean, no offense. There ain't nothing better, Snow, than taking, and you said you like grilled cheese, ain't nothing better than taking, 4 to 6 slices of bread and a slice of cheese in between 2 slices of bread, slapping them on a microwave-safe plate, sticking them in the microwave for about a minute, pull them out. Ooh, cheese is melty. Them and a big old 30-ounce glass of milk. Oh, that's some good stuff.
I go more with the putting some butter in a pan and then doing that. But
no, I do agree. I'll tell you what I like. I like to take, and if I'm going to do grilled cheese sandwiches, I like to have some sliced ham in the house and do grilled ham and cheese sandwiches.
Yeah, that doesn't sound bad at all.
That is very good.
But it doesn't go with water. You gotta have a soda or some type of coffee or something, other than water.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you can't have water with that. I mean, usually if I have a grilled ham and cheese sandwich, I'm usually drinking a glass of milk.
There you go, that's it.
I mean, some things just a glass of milk accompanies. My wife's one of those people, she cannot drink milk straight up in a glass, poured right out of the jug. She just can't do it. Yeah, me, on the other hand, I'll stand there and I can chug the gallon of milk. Because I love milk. Milk is the best.
I'm fairly certain milk wasn't meant to be consumed. Or at least humans were meant to consume cow milk. But somehow someone out there is like, you know what? I'm going to do something to this cow and I'm going to drink whatever comes out of it. That to me is a pretty interesting thought. That someone discovered cow milk was tasty.
Well, I mean, just like butter. I mean, technically, butter is clabbered milk.
Yes, that's what butter is.
I mean, that's why I said technically it is. Sorry for the wiggling of the camera, everybody. I was trying to scroll my Discord screen, and sometimes I can do it while I'm driving, sometimes I can't. So it's whatever.
I'm still waiting to hear. No.
Nah, you don't hear that.
I'll hear that eventually, knowing we're doing.
I just got a message about that? Really? Alright. Apparently I'm celebrating 8 years of friendship with my aunt on Facebook. Good job. I just got a message about that. I was like, really? Facebook Messenger sent me a notification. I'm like, wow. All right,
I've been
then.
friends with your aunt for 8 years.
I've been friends with my aunt on Facebook for 8 years. She's been my aunt for my whole life.
That sounds accurate.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I figured. But no,
You
I
go
do.
Like 20 something.
Now, I will not. Now, this is a weird one for me. Unless in the first bite is just absolutely horrible. If I'm at a steakhouse, and I know the steakhouse is the go-to that I don't have to do this, but I have been to a few where I'm like, yo, I'm gonna need that bottle of A1 sauce. Because I try to give the props to the chef cooking the steak. Even my own steaks, when I cook steaks at the house, I don't put no Heinz 57, no A1, none of that mess. I don't put nothing on my steaks. Ever. Because it's like, the steak wasn't good enough, so I had to add something to it and smack the chef. But I know how I like my steaks cooked. The wife and I love our steaks rare. You know, I mean, that's just that's just how we are. And ironically enough, years ago, I started out liking my steaks medium well. Now I love a rare steak. It's like, yo, just get the outside dark and I'm good.
I've got to try a I've got to try that one day. Because I always take my steak or meat or whatever pretty much, fully done.
Yeah, I promise you, if you ever... Now, no, I'm going to prepare you for something, okay? If you get a ribeye and you ask for it to be rare, I will prepare you. It will be chewier than normal, okay?
Right.
But I'm telling you right now, if you go to the right place, and I would encourage you to go to Applebee's or
Applebee's for a steak?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Applebee's for a steak. Dude, I'm telling you right now. I went when my wife and I got married. We went out and visited her sister, and on our way back, we stopped off and ate at Applebee's. And from that point forward, I was on a mission for the remainder of the year to find the best steak ever. I'll put it like this. It took me 3 Applebee's to find it. The one where my mother-in-law lives, and then, or just south of where she lives, and then the one in the hometown that the wife and I live in. That one there, killer. Telling you, I had no clue that I would find another steak that was even remotely as good until the wife and I went to Texas Roadhouse. When we went to Texas Roadhouse, I picked out my ribeye because you can do that there. You have that glass meat case where you can just say, I want that one. They give you a ticket, you hand it to your waitress or waiter, and you're golden. And when I got that 16-ounce ribeye, holy cow, that was a lot of meat. I'm just not even gonna lie. That was a lot. 16-ounce ribeye. Yeah. That's a lot of meat. But let me tell you something. That was hands down. That goes in tie with the Applebee's. As a matter of fact, that steak gets pushed just slightly ahead for the win only because of its size. Because the biggest steak you can get at Applebee's is an 8-ounce steak. Now, the fact that was twice as big as the one at Applebee's, that's the only reason I give it the edge and give it the win. The problem is to eat there and to eat that particular steak with everything else that we got for our meal, that was $90.
Yikes.
To divide that up, that's $30 a piece for me, my wife, and our daughter. And I promise you, there's absolutely no way in the world my daughter ate $30 worth of food.
No.
But that steak was like $20 by itself. But it was so
I
good.
go to IHOP and get like a big steak omelet. And I'm like,
Oh gosh, you don't even know what you're. Oh, shush. You don't even know what you're talking about. Those are breakfast steaks. Those are breakfast steaks. I'm not saying they're bad, but they're breakfast steaks. They're a totally different cut and caliber of meat compared to a 16-ounce ribeye. I'm sorry.
I go to like IHOP and order like a big steak omelet.
You too, US.
Only about the price. So I can imagine paying like $20 for a freaking steak.
Oh, I'm telling you right now. I mean, that steak was as big. I'll put it like this. I have bought steaks. Now, when I cook steaks here at the house, I cook steaks, the only way I know how to cook steaks. But when I cook steaks, I cook 4 of them.
Right.
I cook 4 ribeyes roughly the size of my hand. Okay, they're pretty stout ribeyes. I cook 4 of those. My daughter will usually eat about a half of one. She's 7. I don't expect her to eat a lot because they're also thick. They're not, little thin paper cut. These things are almost an inch thick. And I cook those, and I cook 4 of them, and I usually eat 2. And on top of those 2 steaks, I also eat an entire box of macaroni and cheese by myself. Now, to let everybody know, I am tipping the scales only around 160, so that's pretty good.
That's like 20 pounds more than me. What the heck?
That's what?
That's like 20 pounds more than me. How tall are you?
I'm about 5'8".
Oh, okay. So you're like, what, 2-3 inches taller than me? Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
At least I'm good.
But yeah, you're going to be like, 9 feet tall.
What?
Yeah. Said you're going to be like 9 feet tall.
I'm like 5'5".
Yeah, and you're not through growing yet. You're going to be close to 6 by the time you're done growing.
Yep.
No, I'm 16. I'm 5'5". No.
Yeah, you'll grow another. I imagine you could probably grow another 7 inches between now and the time.
I've been 5'5" for like the past 3 years of my life.
Yeah,
So
but you got one more growth spurt coming.
Well, let's hope so, because I'm not entirely okay with the 5'5" status.
Alex says the brisket I have to smoke was $30. $60. The butcher paper was $30.
Yikes! That's
Butcher paper was $30. Golly.
I'm thinking steak is always a good bet, even if it's like.
I'm sorry. Every time I hear somebody, and you're the first person that's done it, but from now on, every time I hear somebody mention the word brisket, I instantaneously think of Howard's mom from Big Bang. Woman throw a traveling brisket in his knapsack. I'm like, really?
Yep.
Like the episode where Penny fell in the tub and Sheldon had to take her to the doctor or to the hospital, and the guys were off camping looking at a meteor shower and whatnot, and they all ate them special cookies from them wonderful older teachers. They all got high, and Howard's like, do we have any more pudding? And Leonard dives back in the cooler, and they're all freaking out, making a plan, about to go carve up the scout team, and all of a sudden, it's like Howard finds a camping brisket in his backpack. I'm like, really? He's like, you don't need a fork. You can tear it apart with your fingers. I'm like, oh my god. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense then. If you paid $30 for a roll of butcher paper, I was gonna say if you paid $30 for the butcher paper for that thing to be wrapped in, you got had.
Yeah, really. Somebody saw you coming.
Like, yeah, they saw him coming. Hey guys, check this out. I'll give you 3 foot of butcher paper and charge you $30. Like, for real? Holy cow! I'm telling you, man. No, I do. I love a good steak. Like, if it weren't so dang expensive, I could eat steak for the rest of my life. Every day.
Yep.
I wouldn't even care. I wouldn't even care. It'd be like, yeah, they gonna carve me up after I die. I go, this boy ain't good right here. What'd you find? Steak. Wow.
And a whole lot of it.
And a whole lot of it. He got like a whole cow in here. How'd he do it?
Don't know, but there it is.
Willpower and
Yeah,
determination.
pretty much. That's about what it is. Willpower at that point. Golly, I do. I love steaks. I love hot dogs. I love hamburgers. I love chicken. Only on the grill.
Hot dogs I can never get behind. Like a legitimate, proper Chicago dog.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, man. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now. You ain't lived until you've been in the South and you went to a Handy Mart and got a Handy Mart hot dog.
A Handy Mart hot dog.
Yep, Handy Mart, little gas stations, all it is. We got plenty of them all over the place. Little Handy Mart hot dogs. The hot dogs they use at the Handy Mart are bright leaf hot dogs. I'm telling you right now. I used to not be a bright leaf hot dog kind of guy. I used to be a ballpark. No, forget that. I cook hot dogs now. Yeah, I'm cooking bright leaves.
That's fucking mean.
Oh, watch it.
Cooking them on the grill.
Why?
What? Yeah, right here.
That's mean. I went to the
You're gonna do
Shit.
Well, I mean, Alex, I don't necessarily know that I'd have told the entire world that you're gonna go do cocaine, but okay. Just kidding. I have no idea what candy means, but if it means what I just said, then don't confirm it. If it don't mean what I just said, then by all means, please fill me in, because I have no idea what candy is.
You have no idea what candy is. They sell it at every gas
we
station.
saw it too.
No. His exact statement was, I also have some Alaskan salmon. I'm going do candy and smoke. So I have no idea if that meant what I think it meant or if it meant something else.
Right.
I think he meant to say going to candy, but I have no idea. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'll cook on a grill year round. It's snowing outside, and your point, I got a grill.
The grill's hot enough, it'll melt it.
I mean, I'm not worried about that grill. I turn the gas on, turn the burners on, get it up to about 400 degrees. That usually takes about 20 minutes to get up to 400.
Me, I go
Depending on how cold it is outside.
I open the chimney, I turn the power switch on, rotate the temperature knob, and it's going.
There you go.
I got a wood pellet grill.
Okay, so you're going to candy the salmon.
Okay, that's better.
That makes sense. You put brown sugar on while it's cooking. Good deal. Thank you for helping me out there, Alex. I appreciate that, because I really wasn't expecting anybody to watch the stream to say they're going to go outside, snort cocaine while they smoke. Because I was going to say, bro, that's intense.
You had us confused there for a moment, buddy.
Yeah, you had me confused. I mean, I ain't no snitch, but you know.
That's a term I've heard a few times, but I wouldn't expect to see it on a public stream.
Yeah, pretty much. That's kind of why I was like, okay, well, if you're going to do candy.
What are they going to do?
I mean, especially in my career.
Yeah, exactly, considering there is an officer of the law on the stream with us tonight. And it ain't snow.
No, it's definitely me. It's definitely me.
That's quite alright. That's quite alright, Alex. I kind of figured that you meant something that was very nonchalant that you were doing with the salmon, but the way it all came out, it's like, wait, is this guy doing, huh?
Do what now?
Yeah, pretty much. You know, I mean, I don't want to step in nobody's toes, and I ain't trying to get nobody in no trouble, and on top of all that, I ain't gonna judge. I mean, if you do that, good job. Good on you. Enjoy. You know, if you do coke, do you? I drink coke, so it works.
There you go. Because those things are comparable, as we know it. Oh crap, I've got to change my map. Now I'm stuck going through, what's it called? Where is Las Vegas?
Nevada.
Now I'm stuck going through Nevada.
Well, that was interesting. You tried driving a computer-generated truck and steering through a curve while leaning your head sideways to twist the cap off of a bottle of Coca-Cola.
Yeah. Multitasking at its extreme.
That is extreme.
Right.
Well, considering it's a 24-ounce bottle.
Oh, yeah.
That's like a lot.
You think?
Almost had a crash, and nothing happened out of it.
Almost had a crash?
Yeah, you.
Oh, man. Yeah, well, I tried one day. Well, I was also going up a hill, so I didn't want to sit there and leave it on cruise while I was going uphill because I had just come through the speed zone. Right on. To quote Mr. Mackey from South Park, drugs are bad, okay? That's a good deal.
Oh, I think it was burst of blood vessel.
Bust a blood vessel by just straining too hard when you're going poop.
Oh god, that hurt.
You bust a blood vessel while going poop?
No, I sneezed intensely.
You sneezed and busted a blood vessel?
I'm fairly certain.
Where at?
No, I'm kidding. No, but it something hurt in my neck.
Something hurt? Yeah, it's probably because you popped your neck, dude.
I hope not. Because that sounds
Why?
And expensive.
I've sneezed and popped my neck.
That sounds expensive.
It's not expensive. It just
All
happens.
the popping is a tendon jumping over a protrusion in a bone.
Yeah,
And it also could be air pockets in your vertebrae.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. There have been times that I've actually cracked my back and it has felt so good.
It's either repair bill. Wait, sorry, doctor bill. The doctor's bill is even better.
Doctor, why?
After you decide to play around with.
Who has the birds you keep hearing?
Don't know about any birds.
Yeah, there's no birds here.
Birds?
Oh, maybe he's hearing my game.
I'm almost certain he's not hearing your game because I can't even hear your game.
No, it's he's playing fishing games.
Yeah, I know he's playing a fishing game. I can't even hear it.
Yeah, birds just tweeted on the game.
Birds.
Well, it could be on the other channel for my headset too. It could have been on the right one, not on the left.
Bad. It's bad.
No, I was talking about my. I couldn't hear it because I keep my right earmuff back behind my ear. I keep the left earmuff where my mic is over my left ear, and I wasn't hearing it, so I was thinking maybe it's in the right channel, so that's why I'm not hearing it. But no, I don't. I've got it on now, and I don't hear nothing. Same as I've always heard. I just hear myself in stereo now.
That's because I'm underwater view right now.
Oh, okay. Underwater. Right on.
There you go. Now you should be able to hear it when they start chirping again.
Yeah, I hear them now. That's cool. It adds a little bit of ambience to the old video game here.
Yep.
Some nice
A little bit of ambience to the video games. I ain't worried about no birds.
Oh crap! That's a flip.
Woo! Snow flipping.
No, I'm on my feet though. I should say my tires. But...
Oh wow! I actually did a good one earlier today, Bob. I was heading out of Flagstaff, heading down to Phoenix to take the 10. That curve that got me the other day. Yep.
Yeah.
Got me again today. The only difference is this time I ended up back on my wheels.
Huh.
I got lucky.
Yeah.
All I had to do was back up a little bit to get the front bumper of the truck off the guardrail.
Yeah.
I was okay with that. It only took 1% damage. Granted, the truck was at like 30%.
Right.
The truck was sitting at 30% damage. I'm like, ooh, boy. Oh, that's right. I know where I'm going now. I'm like, man, I'm going to Astoria. I'm almost here. And then I'm like, oh, wait, no, I'm going to, yeah. Not Astoria. Like that fire truck in that video. I drove straight across the roundabout. Well, took the side edge of it. 83 miles per hour.
Oh my god.
Spanky McWaffles is driving for riot free. Someone's got breakups.
Slightly.
Slightly.
Come on now, truck.
Something that's really worrying me is grades still haven't come in. And I know I didn't do so well in history. I had like a C- on that.
As long as you passed it, you're good. You're going to the next grade. They ain't gonna hold you back.
I mean, I just won't get the credit, that's it. But other than that...
Yeah, you'd be alright.
I mean, D- is still passing.
Y'all have a D- out there? Wow.
Yeah.
We don't have a D-. You know what we have?
What?
We have A, or A plus, A minus, B plus, B minus, C plus, C minus, D, F.
Nice. I think our B is like a 70. I think it extends down to like 75%, so it's not too bad. We got a pretty lax grading still.
Yeah, see, ours, if memory serves, for a D is 70 to 72. C-
yeah.
is 73 to 75. 75 is C, and that goes up to 77. And then it might be something a little different, but yeah.
That is an insanely intense skill, because our C is still like a 45%, so yikes. But I thought it would be much harder with my math test, or my math final, I should say. That math final was, really easy for what we did during the unit. There was only a couple of things that we did here and there, expanded on and stuff, but that was still fairly easy. I honestly thought it would be a lot harder.
Yes, no, you're an intelligent kid. You're good.
Yeah, I mean, my PSAT scores came in, and I'm pretty much on track to be ready for college, so that's not such a bad thing. My strong suit is English, or like reading/writing. Math, not so much.
Yeah, I don't do so good with math either. I'm dreading the day my daughter hits the point where she starts doing hardcore math. I'm gonna be like, oh god.
Like graphing and algebra.
Oh god, I'm telling you, I'm gonna dread that for real. Like, no lie. As soon as that happens, where my daughter ends up having to do that stuff, I'm gonna be like, oh my god. I'm gonna be calling my sister, going, yo, help her. You just got through doing this with yours. Help her.
Now send your daughter, your kid down.
No, I'm not that good at math. I'm just not.
Well, do you at least know, basic algebra and stuff? Like solving for X and all that? Or order of operations?
Yeah, I know the order of operations, if that's helpful.
Well, you kind of have to know the order of operations to do any sort of math beyond 5 plus 5.
Well, I'm going to be completely honest with you, Snow. Old Wolverine over here, old Wolverine don't do so hot at math.
Well,
he just don't.
I'm
about to go through the process of learning math all over again just to help my daughter. So there's probably going to come some days where I go sit in the classroom with her. Sit at the back of the class, look at the teacher, go, yo, can I get a worksheet? Let's see here, figure this out too.
One really helpful app is PhotoMath. You basically just scan the problem and it shows you how to do it and stuff. It's saved me through so many pieces of homework and stuff.
Agree with that one.
Yes, it is insanely helpful. I mean, it's essentially cheating without the cheating.
One of my math teachers, he actually encourages it.
Oh, my math teacher hates that because it basically just solves the whole problem for you.
I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, if we're going to go that far, I'll just go ahead and ask Siri. Yo, Siri!
How do you
answer this?
Siri can't really do stuff other than 5 plus 5. I think it can graph, but other than that, it's not as advanced as PhotoMath.
A teacher that encourages something like that is because that teacher don't want to teach you themselves.
Amen to
Yeah,
that.
even then, it still explains how it's, or how involved it and stuff in great detail and all that.
Well, let's put it like this. I took algebra in 2 parts because I hate math. So we had the ability to take Algebra 1 Part A and Algebra 1 Part B. It counted as 2 separate credits, so it worked. I would have actually passed Algebra 1 Part A my first time around, had it not been for my teacher. My teacher's like, yeah, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and show all your work. I'm like, look, I can't do that. I can't show you all my work. I can give you the answer, but I can't show you my work. Because when I was in school, I was able to look at the math problem and just tell you the answer because I was able to work it all out in my head. And the teacher thought I was cheating. I'm like, how am I cheating?
You're standing right here watching.
I mean, I'm not nowhere near nobody else. I'm out of eye distance of other people around me. I'm not turning around and looking at the fool behind me. So how am I cheating?
Right.
Well, I'm still gonna need you to show your work. Yeah, I got hemmed up from a couple football practices because of that.
That's so bueno.
So then, when I was in college, I told the math teacher there, I was like, look, yo, for real, we gotta have this talk. Teacher looks at me and goes, yeah. I was like, yo, for real, am I gonna have to do show my work when I'm doing the algebra stuff? And they're like, nah, if you can do it in your head, do it in your head. I was like, all right, cool, done. And he did up a problem. I said, if you want me to prove it, put a problem on the board. I looked at the problem and I'm like, done.
Yep.
Wrote the answer on the board. He goes, all right, cool, you proved to me that you can do it in your head, so do it. And I was like, all right, cool, good deal.
So weird.
Some people can do it that way.
And for that math class that I was taking, I had, for the first time in my life, on my own, without help from my parents, grandparents, or anybody, for the first time in my life, I had an A+ average in a math class. Yes, I know I need gas, Alex. I'm not worried about that. Gas does not befront me at this point in time, sir.
He's 11 miles away. He's not gonna run out yet.
And so I sat there and I'm like, all right, this is cool. So I got an A+ average in the class, right? Well, then he gave us the equation basically to figure out how many questions we needed to answer right on the final exam to pass the class or to get the grade we wanted. Obviously, for me to keep my A+ average, I would have had to have answered basically all but maybe 3 or 4 questions right. I did the quick numbers on it. After coming up with the quick numbers, I answered every question that I needed to answer, which was literally 20 questions out of a 80 question test. Answered all 20 questions. He looks at me and he goes, you know the material, why ain't you going to answer the rest of it? I said, I don't want to. He goes, why? I said, cuz I ain't here to get an A+, I'm here to get the grade. He looked at it, he says, I ain't never heard of anybody do that, ever. I said, dude, I'm here for the grade, that's all I'm here for. I'm here just to pass the class. I don't need top marks in it. He graded me out, he goes, congratulations, you went from an A+ average down to a 75. I was like, wonderful, thanks, see you later. So it was kind of one of those, I didn't care. Like, I mean, just being honest, I just did not care. I mean, why do I need to answer all these questions, get an A+, when don't nobody care if I got an A+, unless I'm going into a field that requires math, which I never intend to. Like deep math, like algebraic math. I'm talking about, like, you know, I don't mind adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. I can do all that. But I'm not going into a field that requires me to have algebra. I mean, that's just to be honest. I mean, some people think I'm a crazy person. My mom thought I was insane. She's like, you had an A+ and you went to a 75? Why? I said, because I didn't care. I did it because I had to. Beautiful. Deliver that load, sir. Excellent. 1,897 miles. Woo!
Good job.
Ping! Now we need another load. That's what we need.
Good morning. Do you have food? ¿Cuándo puedo comer? ¿Con tortillas? Yeah.
I understood one word out of that.
¿Cómo
Tortillas.
Pero como,
Exactly.
oh, tacos.
Oh, that works too.
Well,
Yeah.
tacos,
Put
yeah.
cheese on it.
No, pues de harina, no saben más. O de corn, o ¿cómo se dice? Las amarillas. Eso, ya maíz. No, no es maíz, tacos de maíz. Porque yo no quiero flour.
Right.
Okay, I'm probably gonna have to log off. Drink some
What?
tea. Bye.
Okay.
Adios.
Okay, why do we need a ticket thing for, Zach?
I'm just testing features on my bot, that's all.
What'd you do? Give Wolverine a ticket?
No.
I'm the cop in here. I'm the one supposed to give tickets.
Okay, let's... There we go. What's that? Ba-dong, ba-dong, ba-da-da-da-dong, da-dong. Ba-dong, ba-dong.
That would be the Mr. Ace.
Ba-dong, ba-dong, ba-da-da-da-dong, da-dong. Okie dokie. Alrighty then. Bye, Ace!
That was a quick visit.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's
The
my time I
Aero
was out of
Vista
bait.
Aerozine.
That's my time I was out of bait.
Sorry, my mic said pick the bucket again. But I'm only here for one person.
Just
Me?
Ace. I think Wolverine's streaming, so just pull me.
That's the plan.
Zach's over there asking people to pull him again.
Oh lord. He ain't hauling loads of wood, he's being pulled.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, why didn't I put bait on that hook? Some fisherman I am. Get to bait my hook before I cast it.
Yeah. I mean, at least you're not scared of the worm.
No, I'm using you know, fly larvae. Maggots.
Oh, okay, interesting. Interesting, sir. Ding, 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 ding.
Here we go. Back in the
Beautiful.
caravan.
All right, here we go. Fill them up, sir. Bazinga. Me likey.
Dunk. I let you drive through the fence. Oh, you just did.
No, I didn't.
The bull bar went through the fence.
It's alright. I didn't take damage on the truck, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, the good thing is that bull bar is a non-collision item.
Yeah. It'll be alright, though.
Yep.
Boy, that thing right there. Now that mound is actually kind of perfect. Too bad it's got a a wall.
Yeah.
If it didn't have a wall, that'd be sweet.
Oh, the fish keep swimming the other direction.
Bob, what game are you playing?
Ultimate Fishing Simulator.
He's playing Ultimate Fishing Simulator.
It's right now it's $11 on Steam. Oh, it's a storm again.
Woo! Now I'm gonna have to find me Oh, gas station.
A diesel station, you mean? Trying to do some off-roading there?
Okie dokie. Now let's figure this out. Okay, down we go. Alright, there.
I don't know, I'm just seeing you doing a lot of backing up.
Yeah, I know, right? Why is it wanting to take me? Okay, fine, let's fix that. Why does it want me to go that? I don't want to go that way. Thank you. That'll work. We'll go that way instead. Alright, good. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, I like that. That works great. I only had to do one thing. We gotta fix this. Alright, there we go. Now we're good. Alright, beautiful. Now I need to look, because I'm an idiot. Didn't look. Alright, cool. Yep. I'm gonna have to, alright, that'll work. Cool. So, I gotta get fuel, and I can do that right up here. Beautiful. Beautiful.
It sounds like you got a plan.
I do. A little bit of a plan.
Yep.
Yeah, I had to rewrite the GPS. It wanted me to go all these back roads. I figured I'd just backtrack up the mountain like I went.
Oh, got a fighter.
That'll be good. Alrighty, folks. Let's get on the road again.
Oh, shut up, bird. You ain't getting my fish. Jeff's on, but he ain't talking. I didn't know when I bought this game, Wolverine, is it is a multiplayer game.
What up, Ronald? And thank you for the like on the steering wheel. I like it too. I like it too. Nice setup, nice setup. No, Jeff's probably taking the night off, to be honest.
No, he's driving.
Oh, he is driving?
Yeah.
Well, he ain't talking to nobody.
I noticed.
Back on, Mr. Antisocial.
Is he still in your stream?
No, I don't know. I can't see who's in the stream. I can only see whenever they type something.
Ah.
When you have an itchy shoulder and you're running through a curve at like, 70 mile an hour. Not such a good thing. Because sometimes I forget that I can actually use my right hand to drive and whatnot with the arrow keys. And I did hear what you said, Bob, about the fishing game being a multiplayer.
I figured you did. You were just preoccupied.
Yeah, I was on the phone with mother-in-law.
Ah.
That time of the night. No,
yeah.
I'm going to say it like this. If I'm going fishing, I want to sit out there in the sweltering hot sun or in the evening, and I want to catch real fish.
Yep.
I don't want to fish in no game.
Yes, I do plenty of that. I got something like 80 pounds of fish meat in my deep freeze now.
Hey, Petra.
That cat
Jeff, give me the googly eyes. Why ain't you in voice? Mr. Antisocial, did we have that bad of a day at work again?
Can't be as bad as Melinda's ride home yesterday.
I didn't even catch that. What happened there?
I'll leave them to tell you that one.
Oh boy. Did Melinda prove the theory that women can't drive?
No.
Oh boy. Well, hopefully that whole situation's okay, because I didn't hear nothing about it. Ah, crap! I was doing 70 through that curve and I couldn't turn it.
Ooh, better watch.
Yep, I was doing 70 through that curve and I could not do it.
I see the curve you're talking about.
I went from 70 to 41 in a hurry. As you can see right there, I'm good. Not good. Boom.
Aw, no flip or no rollover. That ain't worth watching.
I knew I wasn't going to roll it over. I mean, you're the one that said you could go watch, so.
I wanted to see the carnage. Took out a guardrail, though.
That ain't no carnage. That non-collision bull bar didn't really help me either.
No.
That didn't help at all.
Nope.
Yeah.
Left the tunnel there kind of on the edge, didn't you?
Yeah, a little bit. It's alright though. I like living on the edge. Ice road trucker style.
Jeff, you better get your butt in the Discord. I need somebody my own age to talk to.
Oh wow, thanks Bob.
But you're younger than me.
Oh wow, I got stars, cool. We'll find out in a minute how many I got. Ah, off the road. Doom. Okay. Cool, we'll just sit right here for a second. Let it bounce through. See how many stars we get. Well, I do know it was from Michael Stevens.
Oh yeah, I see your message pop up on
Woo,
the game.
2,000 stars!
Way to go.
Thank you. I do appreciate that.
Telephone pole got you. Says take a break, Wolverine.
Michael says get back on the road.
We're trying to pole dance.
Yeah, exactly. Exacaries. But it's all good. I wish it was 58 degrees here.
Oh, is that what your truck's saying it is?
I was looking at a firehouse.
Oh.
Apparently, Zach put in with the bot the ability to get your weather on the Discord.
Oh, yeah.
And for Chicago, it's 58. Feels like 58.
Right now, for me, it is 67 with thunderstorms.
All right, let's see what happens, folks. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Wait, there's a tree. I was actually going to try to shortcut it, but I hit the tree.
Huh.
It didn't quite work out the way I wanted.
Yeah, I'm watching.
The good thing about it is I'm coming up on a repair shop.
Oh, yeah, nose first, right into the tree.
Yep, nose first. No, I learned my lesson. Ruin one keyboard, you don't spill something on the new one.
No.
Speaking of that, I gotta get a box.
I'm about ready to go buy a new mouse. Mine's starting to act up.
Tell you right now, the best mouse I've ever bought was the Mamba mouse. The Razer Mamba.
Yeah, I don't have any Razer stuff. Mine's just Walmart special.
I'm gonna tell you right now that it's hands down, and you strike me as a big guy, so for your hand size, the Mamba is actually a really good size mouse.
Yeah,
it's actually beefier than other mice I've had, and yeah, it feels more natural. Granted, it's got more buttons, but still. And you don't have to, if you're just going to get the Mamba, you don't have to download all the Razer software to go with it. It will function normally without it. You just won't have the additional buttons that do anything.
Right.
Like your left click, right click, scroll wheel, they'll all work normally.
Right.
Excuse me. But to actually adjust like the speed of your mouse, I can actually adjust that by just touching one of the two buttons.
Yeah, mine's
that are right behind the mouse wheel.
Yeah, mine's right behind the mouse wheel.
And whatnot. It's literally right underneath where, if I wore a ring on my index finger, it's right underneath where that ring would sit at.
Exactly where it is on mine. It says DPI on it.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, I really just got to say, I mean, it's a great mouse overall. I mean, I am a Razer guy. My headset is just, it's so comfortable, because we have guys at church who sit in the video booth and whatnot that run the live stream for the church, and they gripe about the headset, and I'm like, yo, y'all just need to go ahead. I know it sounds dumb, and I know y'all probably paid a train load of money for that headset, because they've got a nice setup as far as video and everything for the camera systems. And it's for communication with the handheld camera downstairs, really all they use it for. Like I told him, I'm like, yo, for real, you want a good, light, comfortable headset that you could wear for hours on end? The Razer Kraken headset it's there. That's the headset. I mean, I love it because it is so light. It is so comfortable. It's very easy to configure, and when it's sitting on my head, if I ever wanted to do a 24-hour stream, it wouldn't affect me having that on my head for 24 hours.
Right.
I do not anticipate doing a 24-hour stream, but if I ever wanted to, I could.
Never know.
I'm gonna have to find me a repair station. I am trying not to take the tow, if I can help it.
Do your life fix.
I kind of can't. I already did that once. Plus, I gotta fix the trailer too.
Oh.
From where I impacted the tree, that kind of messed up the trailer a little bit too.
Yeah.
My truck is clearly telling me to visit service, and I'm clearly telling it no.
I do not have time for that right now.
Exactly.
I have an important delivery to make.
Pretty much. Which I think, if I can limp this thing to Eugene, I know there's a repair station in Eugene. I don't think there's one in Salem now.
Yeah, you're what, about 50-60% damage?
Oh, close, yeah. Something like that. Let's find out. Oh, golly. Holy cow, I ain't getting paid for this load. The load is at 51% damage, the trailer's at 54% damage, and the tractor's at 47% damage.
Yeah, it's screwed.
I'm definitely not getting paid for this load. But miles is miles, so that's all I care about.
Yep, trucks don't care about how badly damaged it is. As long as you delivered some remains of the cargo. 47, 54, 51.
Glad you're, at least glad you're okay and glad you weren't hit.
Melinda?
Yeah. My yesterday was very terrifying. Basically, was almost hit head on with a guy driving 80 plus mile per hour the wrong way on the highway. I was driving 65. Were the cops chasing that guy, or did he just like skip a lane?
He was suicidal.
Oh, Jesus. Holy cow. And if she'd have came to an abrupt stop and he'd have hit her, it would have been a bad deal for
Well,
everybody.
from my understanding, she was merging to the right lane because the cop was coming up with the lights on. And he was in the right lane, so she had to jump back into the middle lane, which pushed the cop into the far left lane.
Oh, no.
And she had no choice. So she was shook up pretty good yesterday.
I can imagine. That would shake anybody up good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's for real, for real.
Yeah. So you can see now why I told you if they want to tell you, they will.
Yeah. Or I'll kind of like think.
Yeah.
Yes, I still can't do Y/fix. I just tried.
So you got 190 seconds or something left?
Yeah, something like that. But I'm coming up on Salem, and once I get past Salem, I'll be in Eugene. I can make repairs there. Because I don't believe there's a repair shop in Salem. I know that you can get fuel at the garage, and you can take rest at a little motel. I just don't think there's a repair shop. Yeah, there's not. Because all I'm seeing is a couple places to pick up and deliver cargo, a recruiting center, and rest area and a garage. Says I've ended up in a shootout with him in the hospital. Well,
Do what?
huh?
What was that?
I was reading what she said. He had robbed a bunch of places and cops chasing him. Then he threatened suicide, but it ended up in a shootout with him in a hospital critical condition.
Oh, see, I didn't know about that part.
That's tough. Glad you're okay, Melinda.
Yes, most definitely.
Glad you're okay. I mean, I hope the best for that guy. Hope and pray for the best for that dude there.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's all we can do is just hope and pray for the best on that situation for him, because you don't really know what was going through his mind or what was wrong with him.
You
know,
hopefully local law enforcement makes sure he gets the help he needs.
Pretty much. Hopefully everybody makes sure he gets the help he needs. Yeah, that's pretty much how that goes.
I mean, he's going to go to jail afterwards, but...
He'll probably go to jail while he's still dealing with it, but, you know, I mean, at least he can get help while in jail.
Yeah. There's a flatbed, yep. There's my lane pipe on the 5.
Yeah, see that.
Looked like he was over there making sure his load was
Since
secure.
I have been in a head-on collision many years ago, that wasn't my fault, so it brought flashbacks.
Yeah.
I can imagine so. I mean, I was in a wreck that T-bone. I was in a wreck back long time ago, and the wreck was a T-bone, and it killed my grandmother. And my grandmother stood right at 6 feet tall. She was driving a Grand Marquis, late 80s, early 90s model, like a tank, basically a big old brick.
Yep.
And the B pillar is what got her. Her head, the way she sat in the seat, her head hit the B pillar, and it killed her instantly. And for the longest time after that wreck, I had like all the flashbacks. Like every time we were in a situation at a stoplight or something, I was, I'm over there riding with my mom in the passenger seat. Mom's driving, and I'm like, all right, mom, that light's red. She said, if you don't shut up. So it's like I had a little bit of at the time I didn't know what to call it. I just knew I was panicky, and there are times that even as an adult that if the wife's driving or whatever, I'm sitting there and I see something getting ready to go down, I'm like, babe. It's like I know she's not zoned out, but it's like, hello, pay attention to what I say. And at that point, it's literally just PTSD is all it is, and I know that's what it is.
Of course, she looks over at you, glances over at you. I know, honey.
Yeah, pretty much. She gives me the you worry about you self routine.
Right.
Her actual words are you driving? And I'm like, no. She goes, shut up then. I'm like, all right, fine.
Whatever.
Like, okay, if we get in a wreck, it's on you.
Just try not to kill me, honey.
I ain't trying to die. But
just do one favor, try not to kill me.
Yeah, just if you got them kind of issues, just let me know so I can get out of the car first, please. I will bail out. I'll take my chances.
Okay, get it under 20 mile an hour and I'll bail.
I'll forget that. I'll bail out at 55. I don't even care. I promise you, it's going to be more road rash, but I almost guarantee you I'm going to do exactly what I did when I fell out the back of a pickup truck when I was like 7 years old. All I did was rolled like a basketball.
Yeah. Oh, there's that other.
And I will tell you right now, that freaking hurt. That hurt so bad. Oh my goodness.
I hate that repair shop.
What, this one?
Yeah, that one in Vegas are the same.
That don't bother me, especially when it's not that packed. I mean, as a matter of fact, all I did was just pulled in. Now, if I had doubles, that's a different story.
Yeah.
If you got doubles, it's a pain in the rear, but if you've got, if you're just pulling a single 53, yeah.
It's not impossible, but it's still a pain.
Yeah, exactly. I just hate that I almost hit the cop. I had no choice, and that would have been the lesser of the evils.
Yeah, the cop would have survived. That guy head on with your truck probably wouldn't have.
Yeah, I'm almost going to guarantee you that, and you wouldn't have even gotten the ticket because obviously he would have known what was going on.
Yeah, the cop had already expected you to swerve back.
Yeah. And those Bob will back me on this. Those cops, man, they're trained to handle them vehicles.
Oh yeah. Go through months of training.
They're trained to drive them things. They drive the wheels off of those things.
I can make a vehicle do some things you wouldn't imagine.
And make me need a new pair of drawers after it's all said and done. I can imagine so.
I used to be the department driving trainer.
Wow.
We have a closed course that we use. That's out at the racetrack.
Yep.
Yeah, I tend to scare the living daylights out of the recruits.
Oh, I can believe that. I really can.
And what's neat is the cars. They're not our usual vehicles. They're supercharged Chargers.
Oh, wow.
That we use for training. So, yeah. Big Hemis in them.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've actually seen a video on Facebook and whatnot that shows like this new device that whenever it's a high-speed pursuit, it's got clamps on the front bumper that go up and grab the bumper of the vehicle they're chasing. I'm thinking to myself, yeah, that's great until they're chasing you in a slightly lifted F-150 or 250, or they're chasing you in you're chasing somebody in a lowrider. I mean, them hooks are all cute for a standard riding vehicle.
We also have a different item. It's actually deploys from the front of the car, but it's a net style device that wraps itself around your drive tires.
Oh, you guys actually have that one? I've seen that one too. Now that's cool.
We have it on one vehicle, and that vehicle does not go out until there's a pursuit.
I was gonna say, in that vehicle, and that little one item is probably expensive.
Like 20 grand.
That's still a lot.
Half of what the car costs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just bolted on the front of it.
Yeah, but that thing's still pretty cool, though.
But what's neat, though, is when it's folded up, it almost looks like a bull bar.
Yeah.
Because it folds up so tight against the front of the car.
Yeah, that's a use once and throw it away type thing.
You replace the net.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The net's a use once and throw it away.
Yep. And we have in our storage shed, we got a box of those nets that we keep parked. The car's parked right next to it.
Right.
And it's a 2005 Crown Victoria.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. It's one of our oldest cars.
Yeah, but you gotta realize the Crown Vics were built back when they built cars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you try to put that on the front of one of them 4-door Chargers. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't even use the Chargers for patrol. We got the Tauruses, we got the
you
SUV,
got the Interceptors, right?
The Interceptor sedan and the Interceptor SUV, and then of course my vehicle.
Yeah, the F-350.
And we have a couple of Ford Explorer pickups, little half-pint trucks.
Yeah.
But we use those. The guys that drive those do coding.
Right.
Go around ticketing cars with no registration and stuff like that, and taking care of complaints about illegally parked vehicles and such.
Yeah, the TV show, I don't know if it's still on. I haven't seen any advertisements for it, or if they just migrated the show to BBC America and just kind of merged the elements together. But the show Top Gear,
yeah,
that used to come on History.
Yep.
They actually did all three guys. Now, granted, Tanner Faust is like the professional driver.
Yeah.
Rutledge Wood is the NASCAR guy, and Adam Ferrar is just an actor. I mean,
yeah.
So they actually did the thing with the Dodges, the Interceptors, and the Chevrolets.
Yeah, the Impalas.
Yeah.
Which are junk.
Is that an Impala? The Chevrolet vehicles, are they Impalas?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep, and they're junk.
Yeah, well.
Front ends fall apart on them.
I'll say it like this: you can't tell my police department that because they love them things. I've seen several of them. Although I've seen more Chargers as of late.
Yeah, that's a more common vehicle you're starting to see more of.
Yeah, the Charger is basically becoming the new Crown Vic. I guess because it's just built more beefy. Although it is a unibody design, so how does that work out?
That and the Dodge Magnum, the station wagon.
Yeah, those things are ugly as all get out.
They're ugly, but some departments love them things because they got room in them, and they are quick.
Well, yeah, it's got a Hemi under the hood. Hello.
Not all of them.
Not all of them.
The neighboring town next to me has got a turbocharged V6 in it. Theirs.
Yeah, I tell you what. I mean, I still think that when Dodge came out with the Charger, I still think that when they brought it back, they should have put the Charger as a 2-door.
Uh-huh.
I don't think the Charger should have been made a 4-door. I really don't. It just...
No, it should never been made a sedan.
No.
Should have been kept as a coupe.
Yep. Because the more likable car in the Dodge family now is the Challenger or the Hellcat.
Yep.
I mean, those are the two likable cars in the Dodge family, and I'm thinking, but Dodge came out with the Charger. The Charger was actually banned from NASCAR, so that should tell you something.
Right. Now, it would have been nice if they'd have came out with a 2-door long body Charger, like the original.
Yes.
That would have been a nice vehicle. I mean,
It would have been very nice.
The police would have never used it.
Oh, obviously, you can't because it's a 2-door.
But there would have been tons of people that would have bought it.
And I will say this, the one thing that Ford got right was the Crown Vic.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the one thing that Ford really just got right. I mean, outside of their trucks, the cars, they bounce through all kinds of different things, and, you know...
They left the Crown Vic alone.
And they left the Crown Vic be what it was. It didn't go through any major body restylings in all the years they had it.
And
I mean, it did do one major change. It did do the change from the square to the rounded look.
Well, actually, no, they did it twice.
Oh, they did it twice?
They went from the square body to what they call the arrow body.
Uh-huh.
Which was the first rounded body.
Yeah.
And then in '98, they changed it again.
But then that was
what they call the whale body, which had the triangle taillights.
Yeah. But then that was pretty much it as far as the Crown Vic changes were concerned.
Exactly. Everything, only changes they made after that were just trim level changes.
Yeah, I mean,
different switches, different interior options.
And as far as as far as the chassis of the car goes, the car's chassis was still pretty much the same as it was when it was the square body.
No, the square body had a different frame. It had an F-150 frame.
Oh, it did have the F-150 frame?
A stretched F-150 frame.
A stretched F-150 frame. All right.
In '94, when they went to the arrow body.
Grant, it's American Truck Simulator. You can get it on PC, and you can pick it up on Steam.
But they did go with their own dedicated frame for the Crown Vic in '94, which is actually beefier than the one that was on the square body.
Right. Which still is what made the Crown Vic, like, you know, the king of vehicles as far as for the police departments.
You know what Ford's biggest mistake was, and what year?
What's up, man?
2012, when they discontinued the Crown Victoria.
Yeah. Well, that opened up because the biggest thing for the Crown Vic, its biggest selling point, I'm not going to say as far as a street level vehicle for just your average consumers, I'm not going to say it was super popular, but I mean, as far as a fleet vehicle, holy moly, that was the car.
Taxis, police, delivery services.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Crown Vic was like the car of cars, and I really think that when Ford did away with the Crown Vic, I think that was kind of like, you know, why? It was really the question that everybody asked. Why? It's like, that's like Ford saying, okay, we're going to do away with the F-150s. What? Like the #1 selling truck in America, and you're going to do away with it? That's dumb.
They could have reworked the Crown Vic, lightened it up some, put a different power plant in it, and had a good car.
And kept the strength of the frame and the body, everything that made the Crown Vic beefy like it was. Because, you know, now you got cars that, you know, you take a Crown Vic, and if you have to pit somebody out in a high-speed chase, well, Crown Vic could handle that and cruise on around and keep doing its thing. You'd almost never know it was in a situation. Hey, you do that with a Charger now. You're like replacing the front bumper, the front quarters, the hood, everything else.
Well, there was a lot of plastic on the front of the Crown Vic.
There was?
Yes.
Because it had a steel bumper underneath the plastic. What the heck are you... Alright, what's going on, fellers?
Yeah, the plastic bumper cover, the plastic absorber underneath that, with the steel bumper behind that, but then the whole header panel where the headlights and grills and all that was all plastic.
Yeah.
It's all fiberglass.
Yeah.
Which they did that to lighten the front end up a little bit.
Did you see that, Bob, on the stream?
No, actually, I was in the other room for a second.
Oh, man, you missed it. I had a daggum...
Whoa, head-on truck.
Yeah, you saw that.
Yeah, I just seen it as I came
back. Glad you came back when you did.
Yeah.
Holy cow. That wouldn't have ended well for nobody because I was doing 99.
I know you were. I seen that. But yeah, that's why my family company, that's all they use is Crown Victorias.
Well, yeah, I mean, plus the parts you can get for like dirt cheap.
We got 14 of them.
That's what I'm saying. The parts, though, I mean, that was one of the things that Aaron, when they did the front end swap on that old Dodge, that was one of the things he said. That's why he liked the Crown Vic front ends, because the parts are like friggin' plentiful.
Yeah, because they made so many of them. Junkyard's full of them.
Exactly. You can't walk around a junkyard without stumbling across a few Crown Vics.
Oh, my junkyard here, it's just one whole section for Crown Vics.
There you go.
The Crown Vic platform that it was built on, which is the Crown Vic, the Grand Marquis, and the Lincoln Town Car. Because they're all three built on the same chassis.
Alex says he drives a Buick LeSabre Custom that weighs 5,500 pounds.
Yep.
I can believe it. It is a tank.
The civilian Crown Victoria fully decked out weighs 6,200 pounds. Now, I own a Crown Vic. I have a 2010. Now, of course, it's not...
On your right, driver, on your right.
It's not stock.
Okay, never mind. Now I'm on your left.
Mine ain't stock, of course. It's got a Coyote 5-liter in it.
Right.
With a 6-speed Mustang transmission.
Dare people to pull out in front of you? Yeah, I know, right? When you're in something that big, you got that much forward momentum going, it's going to be bad.
Yeah, and I've got a Whipple supercharger on mine.
There you go. Oh, I'll tell you right now, California's getting a little crowded tonight.
I say.
I'm seeing trucks everywhere.
That one's cutting over right in front of you, even though you just told him on your right.
Yeah, I was like, on your right, and he zips into the right-hand lane.
Uh-huh. Maybe he thought you were saying get to the right.
Maybe so, who knows. I was cool with it. I was like, all right, cool, he's going to stay right there. I'm good, let's just do this. Man, I'll tell you what, there's people all over the place in this game tonight.
Yeah, I just seen your tab screen.
Yeah.
One park.
On your right there, car hauler, on your right.
Mobile crane.
Uh-huh. Now I got this whole line of trucks.
Oh, yeah, I see.
They're talking to each other apparently on Discord. They all just slipped over a little bit.
You told one of them you were passing on the left, and he probably told all of them, hey, get over, he's passing.
Yep.
Crazy man in the left lane.
Well,
oh, yeah, that's 12-pack trucking.
This is what you call the hammer lane.
Yep. And he's got the hammer down.
Yeah, I haven't let up. I mean, the load's already damaged at 51%. What's the worst I could do?
Right. Jeff, did you lose your voice or something tonight? Or did Melinda ground you from Discord?
No, I mean, I see him online. I see him playing the game. But it's like he ain't in a voice chat, which is really weird.
Right, that's what I was saying.
Very weird. Unless he just doesn't want to talk to me. In which case, that's okay. I understand. I got Bob. I don't need nobody else. Bob's cool. He'll listen to me yak.
Yep. Alright, let's see here.
I woun't mind having one of the new Caprices, but I'm wanting to put a ZZ Performance Supercharger on my Buick. It has a 3.8 in it. Uh-oh.
And he's on the 5 in Bakersfield.
Yeah.
Emergency alert. Flood warning in this area.
Of course.
Avoid flood warn areas.
Yeah. Turn around, don't drown.
Until 12:30 midnight.
Seemed like that would only be for areas that are prone to flooding with heavy rains.
Uh-huh. He cruising along doing some real miles.
Ooh, old Jeffy.
Yep.
That's probably why he ain't talking to nobody. He don't want to get drug up in the whole thing of, going faster.
Yep, butthead.
Yep. Besides, we get the Real Miles Convoy tomorrow night.
Yep.
Melinda says, I'm listening and watching, just doing some housework. See, Melinda's multitasking.
Yep. She got it on the big screen.
Yeah, buddy. Why wouldn't you?
Ooh. Jeff's hauling fireworks.
Kaboom!
We might need to borrow a couple boxes out of there.
Yeah, I know, right?
For when Wolverine crashes, we can set off some fireworks.
Yeah, I know, right? Because they're going to be plenty of fireworks. They going to be plenty of them fireworkages.
Oh.
Alrighty.
I just feel the love, Wolverine.
I do. Well, at least you're in here hanging out, so that works for me.
Yeah, everybody else is hiding in other offices. Or
Yeah,
not even
I ain't
in
worried
voice,
about that.
Jeff. Or not even in voice, Jeff.
Yeah, Ace, Snow, and Zach are down in Ace's office.
Snow's in his office.
No, Snow's in Ace's office. Well, he was.
I was gonna say, it shows he's in his office on my screen.
He just was in Ace's office.
Oh, he probably got ran off. Ooh, that was close.
What?
A little bit faster than you to hit that guardrail.
Yeah, behind you go.
Jeff, he's doing everything he can to keep that truck below race miles.
I can believe it.
He's got that cruise set at 78 and counting on the retarder to do its job.
There you go. I count on the retard behind the wheel over here to do the job right. So
Sometimes he does, sometimes he don't.
yeah, sometimes.
He's coming up on Huron. Yes, the eye in the sky's watching you, Jeff.
You got a bear in the air.
Yeah, he's gonna fly over now and see what the Wolverine's doing between Sacramento and Stockton.
UTC is military time zones.
Ooh, Snow's driving. He's over in Santa Cruz with this parking
Snow's
lot
like,
set.
our time zone is not UTC, it's CST. And I'm like, Snow, UTC is military.
Yep.
Like Zulu. Yeah, I actually have a webpage that tells me what time is what for UTC, because that's how TMP does their events and whatnot. A community event is actually done as UTC, and I'm all like, well, okay.
How do I determine that?
And I was like, I gotta figure out what is UTC and how to figure out the calculations. So I went to a website. I just got the thing posted, so that way I always can just revert back to it and look. I always keep that one web page as some of my stuff that I keep marked.
Right, I can't remember all that UTC stuff anymore.
I don't either.
I used to know it, but I don't no more.
Yeah, it's like I was always trying to figure out when I'd watch Jag. I was always trying to figure out what what Zulu was. It'd be like, wow, and then after I started looking at some of the notes or some of the numbers and whatnot on that UTC listings, I was like, oh, so when they would say it was that, it was actually like 4 o'clock in the morning, and these idiots is out there at 4 in the morning. All right, okay, cool. I guess the JAG office for the Navy has to be working 24/7.
Yep, Judge Advocate General. Okay, so he's going north past Huron.
Although I will say this, I did like the fact that they recycled one scene from the opening of Jag. I did like the fact that they recycled it from Top Gun.
Yeah. Ooh, you guys are headed right towards each other.
I got the hammer down, sir.
Yep, you all
Going
are
as hard as
creeping
this
up,
little old truck will go.
creeping up on each other.
Yeah.
You two are going to meet somewhere around the 152.
Give me a city. Hey, Adam.
The next 4-way interchange south of you.
Alright, cool.
There really is no city there.
Okay, cool, that'll work.
Maybe just a hair to the south of it, but
Yeah.
I guess it'd be the Fresno exit. that you guys will be passing by.
Right.
Fresno one way, Santa Cruz the other way.
No, UTC is actually different than 2036. 2036 is 8 p.m. That's actual military time, but UTC is equivalent to Zulu.
Start looking, he's gonna pass you any second.
Yep, I just did. Alright, Jeff, have a good one. And he just bounced out of range.
Yep.
Yo, what's up, guys? Yeah, think Zulu. There's a UTC is the actual time coding on it, so it's a unified time code or something like that.
Yeah.
It's literally a worldwide time code is what it is, and it completely upends everything. So it's like if an event happens, and I could be mistaken, but if an event happens at like 1100 UTC, I think it's like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that, for the East Coast.
Hey Jeff, you got a couple vehicles racing up behind you.
There it is. Bring that up.
Focus on your webpage you're looking at real quick. We need a good crash.
Yeah, I know, right? Let's see. UTC, also known as Zulu. For 1300 UTC, which is basically equivalent to like 1 in the afternoon. The time for the East Coast is 9 a.m. Central is for 8 a.m., 7 a.m. for Mountain, 6 a.m. for Pacific, and 5 a.m. That's 1300 Zulu. So if you want to get down into Eastern Daylight Time, say you want to know what time it is at 1 o'clock, 1300 hours Eastern Daylight Time is equivalent to 1700 UTC/Zulu. So that's the time difference. It's a 4-hour difference. So if you say
for East Coast,
yeah, for the East Coast, it's a 4-hour time difference. It's a 3-hour. It's a 3-hour time difference. No,
5-hour.
5-hour time distance for Central and so forth.
6 for Mountain and 7 for Pacific.
Yep. Yeah. But like 1700 Zulu just translates into 1 p.m. in the afternoon. And I did all that without crashing.
Yeah, we're disappointed.
I know, y'all are disappointed. I try to do good. I mean, granted, the load's already at 51% damage, so I mean, what do you want me to do about that?
I mean, you've already destroyed the cargo, so...
Oh, I've destroyed the cargo, but hey, I'm still doing good. I ain't had no major crashes, though. That's the problem. Like, I haven't had nothing epic. I mean, hitting a tree, any newbie can do that. I'm talking about, you know, flipping the truck like 14 times, landing on somebody else's truck.
Which he's done.
I have done that. And it is funny. And I feel bad. I do. Truly feel bad. Okay, I don't really feel all that bad because it's not real life and nobody died.
Right.
But if it was real life and somebody died, I'd feel really bad. Then I'd be in handcuffs.
It's just somebody's profit margin that died.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just somebody's profit margin that just went straight down the toilet.
So we are headed to Sierra Vista.
Yeah, I'm heading down. That's the only load I could get out of
Newport.
Yep, that's the only load I could get.
Oh, look what you're carrying, and you destroyed half of them.
What?
Computers.
Oh well. I'm pretty sure there's some good. Hey, I'm pretty sure there's some good parts in there. We could build a good one.
Yeah, we need to build one for Zach. See if they'll let you have the broken stuff when you get there.
I know, right? My granddaddy used to do that all the time when he drove. He'd come home. Our deep freezer was full of like freaking hot pockets and egg rolls. I mean, it was all kinds of crazy stuff that he would haul. And it was just, our freezer stayed full of quote-unquote junk food. Well, none of it healthy.
Just because the box was damaged.
Yep, just because the box was damaged, he'd bring it all home.
Yep, one item in the case was damaged, so the whole case went.
Yep, pretty much. We had all kinds of good stuff, man. We had Hot Pockets for days. We had egg rolls. We had all kinds of cool stuff. Waffles.
All kinds of snack foods, yep.
Pretty much. That's the one thing I truly miss about my grandfather when he was driving, is the fact that he would always bring home that kind of mess. I mean, it's like, you had to go to the grocery store for the other stuff, but your junk foods, your snacky foods, oh god, we had snacky food for days.
Look at the money it saved.
Absolutely. I mean, you go to Sam's right now to get some of that stuff in bulk, and it's like expensive.
Yep.
That's something the wife and I have actually talked about, is buying a stand-up freezer. I mean, I know there's differing opinions on, you know, deep freezer versus stand-up, but me personally, for space, stand-up freezer all day, every day.
I have a chest freezer, and I love it, but I'd rather have an upright freezer, like a refrigerator style freezer.
Yes, because then you can organize stuff.
Exactly. Well, I can't get to what's in the bottom of this freezer without pulling out 100 pounds of other stuff.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You need an upright freezer, and that's what I was telling the wife. I was like, the chest freezers are great. The only problem is, you know, items like pizzas, you can't really lay them down and then stack other stuff on top of them, because you'll crumple the boxes up and, you know, all that good mess. I mean, personally, I'd rather have an upright, just because it makes sense.
For a chest freezer, it's better for something you keep in the basement to put meat and stuff in that you don't use all the time.
Yeah, like, okay, for instance, the chest freezer is good for hunters who they bring in 2-3 full-grown, you know, bull deers or bucks. They bring in 3 bucks in a season and whatnot. They've had that mess cleaned up, cut up, all of it's ready to go, and then they just throw it in that big freezer. For a family that eats like that, that's the way to go. Yeah. Because then you can keep all that meat in that freezer, and you don't ever have to worry about it. It's there.
And even if the power goes out, you got 48 hours.
Exactly.
Before you got to start worrying about it.
Exactly.
Because the meat itself will keep it cold.
Yeah, exactly. And plus, with the fact that the lid is on the top of it, all the cold air congregates at the bottom anyways.
With an upright, you got all the rubber seals that dissipate cold.
Yep.
So they can't keep it cold as long as a chest.
About there, Wolverine.
What's up, man?
No, not a whole lot. Just
like my chest freezer, it's sitting probably 20 feet away from me in the next room.
Yeah.
I only hear it come on maybe once a day.
Oh yeah.
Kick on.
But then think about it, you know, I mean, let's just say if you could actually divide up the freezer, the chest freezer, then I can see that being a viable option. But then at some point, meat is going to be stacked on top of other things. So,
you know what I did?
Let me guess, you welded up some kind of rack that you could just lift out of there.
I put, no, I didn't weld anything, but what I took is I had an old stove out in the garage that was junk that I was getting rid of. I took the racks out of them, and they slid down in the chest freezer perfect.
Beautiful.
And I got meat on one side. I got frozen vegetables on the small side, because there's a ledge in there, you know, for the compressor and stuff under it. And in the middle is everything else.
Yeah, see, that's something the wife and I have talked about, and for our family, there's only 3 of us, and I'm not a hunter by trade. I'd love to go hunting, but I don't hunt for, you know, purpose. And
my chest freezer is 6 foot long.
Oh yeah, see, and plus it also goes back to too how much room you have to keep it. Right. You know, if I wanted to put it outside in the shop, got all the room in the world.
Right, but in the house you're limited.
In the house, I'm very limited. Like, we want to buy a new refrigerator. Well, the way this place was built, unfortunately, the hole that we have to put the refrigerator in will only accommodate this little itty bitty rinky-dink little top-bottom Barbie folding funhouse type refrigerator.
Right.
and whatnot. So even the Frigidaire we were looking at, the side-by-side, even that is too wide. So we would end up having to put the refrigerator over by a window and whatnot, because it's the only viable corner in the kitchen that we could get away with dealing with. Plus I built a microwave stand, so we got more room now to do that.
Yeah.
And whenever we decide to buy a freezer, the freezer can go where the refrigerator's sitting.
Right.
No harm, no foul. But it is a bit of a pain to where, having that, these new refrigerators being as big as they are, I don't want something massive, but in order to get a side-by-side that we both want and have water and ice and everything in it like we're wanting, it's like, oh my gosh. And I can't go gutting my kitchen right away and rebuild my kitchen to do what I want to do.
Right. See, I've got a side-by-side French door.
Yeah.
It's got the side-by-side at the top, but it's got a big drawer at the bottom.
Yeah, see, I've seen those, and I'm not a huge fan of them, but
I love it.
the only thing I can see that freezer, the bottom part being even remotely good for, is like it's a mini chest freezer.
Exactly.
So I can still put, like frozen pizzas and stuff like that in there.
That's what I do. I got boxed snack foods in one down there, and I got, pizzas. They come shrink wrapped.
Yeah.
So there's about 10 of those stacked up in there.
There you go.
Them $2.50 pizzas.
Uh-huh.
And then the left side of the fridge, it's also a freezer, because you can set it whether you want fridge or freezer.
Yeah.
And that's just where other miscellaneous stuff that we use more often goes.
Yeah, see, if we actually did that, we would have the drawer would be our freezer, and then we'd have the top of the refrigerator for where the milk and everything else goes.
Right.
And whatnot.
The only problem with mine, if you set the left side for fridge, you can't use the ice maker on the door.
Oh, wow. That's dumb.
Because it won't freeze if it's set on fridge mode.
I would have figured that the daggum... I'm not trying to be funny, but I would have figured that the ice maker would have been a self-contained unit that wouldn't depend on the back of that thing being frozen.
Yep. The way this one's made, it's actually a unit that just sticks out into the fridge.
Yeah. Please tell me you got the Samsung one.
Actually, I have an LG.
Oh, you got the LG? Is that the one where you got the little button on the right door where you can just push the little button and you can open like a partial door?
No, I didn't pay for that one.
Oh, you didn't pay?
That was like $500 more to get that.
Yeah, my grandmother had that refrigerator in her house.
Mine has the glass front doors.
Uh-huh.
That are black until you touch them. Then you can see in it.
Yeah, and you don't have a little square button there? To where you can, like, when you grab the door and it lights up, you push the little square button right above where your fist would be, and then it opens like a partial door. Then it partially goes into the actual refrigerator.
That was an option for that unit that I didn't get. Because I wasn't going to pay the extra just for that.
Yeah, I can't see.
If I want something out of the door, I'll just open.
I can't see doing that, and it's funny because my daughter... It is neat. My daughter fell in love with the Samsung one.
Mm-hmm.
The one that acts like a giant tablet.
Yep.
Told my wife, I said, if I ever decide to buy a $2,500 refrigerator, please shoot me. I can think of doing a lot of things with $2,500, and buying a refrigerator just because it's got a tablet built into the door that tells you what's in your fridge, that ain't it.
Right. See, this one don't tell you. It actually just, it's like a two-way glass.
Yeah.
When you touch it, the glass clears up and the light comes on inside, so you can see what's inside it. And then about 30 seconds later, it goes back to black and the light shuts off.
Yeah. Unless you open it.
Yeah, well, if you open it, then the light comes on, obviously. But that's only on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
The left side don't have that. It's just a solid door.
Yeah. See, I want one that's just I'm old school. I just want a standard side by side where the whole width of the door on the right side is the refrigerator. The whole width of the door or the height of the door on the left side is the freezer. I'm good with that. I can adjust the shelves. It'll work perfectly.
But I do like the ice and water in the door.
That's the only reason we wanted the side-by-side, was because we want ice in the door, because there are times that, we both want, ice in a drink. And instead of having to buy a bag of ice, and
It's
plus,
nice.
it also helps me out very well too, because then, if I want to take and put ice in a small cooler, like if we're going on a trip to the beach or something, all I gotta do is dump the container of ice into a cooler, and I'm good. That's enough ice to keep everything else, plus the cold packs that we have, because we got 2 gigantic cold packs.
Yep.
You freeze those up along with the ice, you can throw everything you want to in the cooler and it'll stay cold all day long.
And by the time you get home, that bin's full again.
Exactly. So you're not missing out on anything, and you don't have to spend money on stopping at an ice house and, getting a bag of ice or anything.
Spending $3-4 for a bag of ice.
Absolutely. Now, we do have a few, we do have what they call ice houses. It's like a...
It's like a giant trailer sitting on the ground that you can get ice from.
Pretty much, it's like a single wide trailer with an ice machine built into it, and they actually have the big flapper door to where all you got to do is just set your big cooler on the ground. You spend like $1 or $2, and you can fill up the whole cooler.
Yep.
I'm like, that's what's up right there. Now that's the way to go.
Ours is called Anytime Ice.
Yeah, see, ours is called. I don't even know what ours are called. We just always call them ice houses.
Yeah, ours is just Anytime Ice. Because you can go up there at 3 in the morning and get your ice on the way out of the boat.
Yeah, I mean, see, that actually works out well, to have ice like that. I mean, that's what I say. I mean, when the wife made tea the other day, I'm weird. Tea is good. I can drink soda all day long without ice. I prefer it. But when I drink tea, you gotta have ice. I don't care if that tea is at borderline freezing. You got to have ice. It ain't tea without it.
That's right.
I mean, when I go to like McDonald's, I'll get like the large cup, and it's rare because I don't usually do it at McDonald's. I usually do it at Wendy's because I can get my Coke Zero at Wendy's. I can't get it at McDonald's because they don't have it in the fountain. So,
right.
But when I go to Wendy's, I usually get like a large drink, and I don't even get ice in that.
Yeah.
I never put ice in my sodas, ever. As a matter of fact, we keep our house so cold that I don't have to keep my Cokes in the refrigerator. I just walk over and grab a Coke because at room temperature they're so cold anyways, because metal cans, liquid inside. Obviously, when we get the house down to like 65 at night, I've grabbed cans of Coke and they have been cold, like been in the fridge cold.
Yep. I'm the same way. I keep a 2 liter sitting right here on the floor next to me.
Absolutely.
And it's 63 in this room right now.
I can believe it. I got the fan on in here and whatnot, and sometimes it gets a little warm, but I've been putting the fan on here these last couple days. I've been on the computer and whatnot, and it's actually helped out a lot. So, I think honestly, once I liquid cool my system and put the side door back on it, I won't have to worry about all the heat.
Yeah, I bought the Corsair H115i Pro. That's what I have in mind.
And that's most likely what I'm going to end up buying. But I might end up having to buy the case and everything else that goes with it, just because, unfortunately, I was stupid and did not listen to Tekkenoroji when he told me what case I needed. I went with the case that looked cool instead of was cool.
Right. See, I've got a Cooler Master Case 5.
Right.
Which is the big one.
I ain't gonna lie to you. If I knew I wouldn't mess up some stuff, and I know me, I probably will. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've actually thought about going out to the shop, taking and putting some plastic over all the important stuff, taping the plastic to the inside of the case without gutting the system, taking my angle grinder and just cutting me a big gigantic hole in the top of my case.
Yeah.
I have truthfully thought about doing that because hot air rises, and the processor, the way my tower sits, the processor's at the top of the case.
That's the way mine is.
And that sucks because all the hot air rises. And whatnot. If the processor was near the bottom, which in my opinion would make more sense, it would pull the cool air in over the processor, which would also help to cool the processor. Because I've got a front fan on this thing.
My case has 1, 2, 3, 4 fans.
Daggone. You got all the cooling.
I got 2 fans in the front blowing out on the radiator. I got 140 millimeter fan in the back that blows in right across the processor, and one in the top that blows down into the case. It all comes in the top and back, and then blows out the front.
Yeah.
Across the radiator.
There you go.
And yet you can't hear my system.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm running all Corsair fans, which are quiet, and they're running at 60% right now. What they stay at.
Yeah, this system here, if the house was warmer, or if the room was warmer, because like I said, I feel the cool air being circulated by the fan and whatnot here in the room. And I take that back, it's not on. It must just be the air conditioner and whatnot. But I do feel the cool air circulating around in the room here, and I will be completely honest with you. That is one thing that I can tell when it's warm in the house. I can tell when it's warm. I can tell when my wife has touched the thermostat. Because the temperature of our room will go up significantly with my system and the heat it puts off. I mean, just an average. I mean, do the quick conversion on it. It's 60°C.
Yeah.
I mean, you do the simple math on that. Anybody can do it. Google what is 60°C in Fahrenheit. And when you find out what that is, you'll understand. I think if I'm not mistaken, it's like
in Fahrenheit.
Would be 140 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's what my processor averages.
Yep.
It doesn't go into warning mode until 65°C, and then it will actually shut down at 170.
Let me pull up my Corsair stuff app right now. My processor, you want to hear this one?
Your processor is probably hovering right around 40°C.
67F.
Yeah, that's good.
At 11% load. I got Discord, Trucksbook Map, and your stream, all 3 playing on 3 different monitors. And my processor's at 68 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, I can also tell by the sound of my fans, especially with the side panel being off, because it allows a lot of that heat to escape and whatnot. But I can tell by my system's sound that the fans are running at normal right now.
Yeah.
And I could tell that if the room was hotter,
those fans ramp up.
Those fans, I can hear them when they ramp up. Y'all can't on the stream, but I can hear them when they ramp up, and that lets me know she's getting warm.
Yep. Well, see, I've got mine set up on my pump for the water cooling. It's got an LED RGB light in it.
Yeah.
And I've got it set. That color of that light tells me what the temperature range is. Anything up to from 70 to 90 degrees would be green. When it hits 90, it turns yellow. When it hits 98F, it turns red.
Yeah.
And I very rarely see it turn yellow.
Well, that's why I need to get this thing here just liquid cooled. I just need to get it, make the conversion, and be done with it. I mean, granted, I would probably be down for a day just for the swap.
It took me an hour.
Well, okay.
To put it in.
Okay. When I say I would be down for a day, I mean literally it would just be the simple fact of getting Tekkenoroji over here, because he's the one that he put this whole thing together. As a matter of fact, he routed the wiring beautifully on it.
Yeah.
And I mean, he actually, let's put it this way, when he built this, he is so good that when he built this rig for me, he actually concealed as much of the wiring as humanly possible.
Yep.
Just to make it look like a show quality rig.
Yep. That's running a 5 to 7 year old chip processor in it.
Pretty much.
Because you're running the same one I am.
Yeah. I mean, and the sad part is, you know, this system here, it's a great system. I mean, truth be told, if I really just wanted to save the money instead of just building out a brand new Ryzen rig, because if I build a new one, it's going to be a new Ryzen rig. I will outright build a new Ryzen setup just because why not? But if I just wanted to save all that money, I could go buy an AMD chipset, HP Oh God, I'm drawing a blank.
The Omens.
Omen.
Yep.
I could go buy the HP Omen for $800. I got a spare keyboard, I got a spare mouse that can run it, and I can pick up a freaking 24-inch monitor for next to nothing at Walmart.
I paid $129 for this monitor.
Oh boy, hello.
And it's
We're
a
rocking, we're rocking.
It's a 28-inch. I got off Amazon.
Yeah, see, if I did that though, keep your car on your line. Why do I want to do that for? But no, if I bought the Omen would be the streaming rig at that point.
Yeah.
It would just literally, that's all it would be for. It's just a stream. Then I would run a dual system setup, and I'd keep my current 7-year-old tried, tested, and proven rig. I would keep it straight up as my gaming rig.
Yep.
But if I built a Ryzen rig, I would liquid cool this one here just because streaming does put a load on it. And I would actually liquid cool this guy here and just keep this one here for streaming.
Yep.
I mean, it's already been upgraded pretty much to its max. I mean, the only thing I'm not maxed out on is the RAM. I've got 8 gigs to go for the RAM, but... Or no, 6 gigs, excuse me.
I'm at
8 gigs.
For mine, which is 32 gigs.
Yeah, that's what mine is, 32. So I'm 8 gigs away from my max. So, I mean, if I actually threw another... if I actually restructured the RAM in it and had 2 more sticks of 8, this thing would be sitting at 32 gigs of RAM.
Yep, I've got the MSI Crate Edition motherboard.
Yeah, I've got the Sabertooth 9900FX.
Right. Mine's MSI 978 Crate SLI motherboard.
And I'll tell you what, I love it. I love this motherboard. I love the whole chipset. I mean, the only thing about it that I don't really like, but even Tekkenoroji, when he built his system, he didn't go liquid cooled right away. Even he said that he thinks it has to do with AMD being a hot chipset and whatnot. Because it actually, this system, even before I started streaming, just playing Grand Theft Auto online by itself, no Discord, no nothing else running in the background, just the bare necessities, the game and its launcher. Literally, this system was hitting 65C on a regular.
Now, before I switched to liquid cooling in this, I had a Hyper 212 cooler in it. I was hitting 110, 140 F all the time.
Oh yeah.
Just sitting idle.
Wow, that's weird.
Yeah. And that fan was at 100%.
Yeah, see, my fans only get to even close to 100% if I get past 65C.
Right. And see, I've got mine set. The pump runs at full 100% all the time, but you can't hear the pump.
Right.
All the fans, the 2 fans on the radiator, they stay at 100%. The rest of the fans in the system are dynamically controlled.
Yeah. As the processor needs more air, it jumps.
They ramp up. Yeah. So I've got 2 fans that stay on 100%, which are them whisper quiet fans.
Right.
And they're running at 1200 RPM right now because I'm looking at the screen for them. The other fans are running at 500 RPM.
That's the one thing I will say that I do love is I love the thermal radar that this thing came with.
Yeah.
I mean, I do love it because the only downfall I don't like about it is the fact that it does show you stuff in Celsius, and because I'm not European, I'm American.
Right.
I don't know Celsius, so I have to do the conversion.
Since I bought the liquid cooling system from Corsair, I use their software, Corsair Link.
Yeah. Well, see, when you're using a liquid cooling system like that, you kind of you should use whatever comes with it.
Yeah, whatever software they produce for it.
Absolutely.
Which is what I use. I use Corsair Link, and I love it. Everything's in Fahrenheit. It tells me the motherboard, tells me the graphics card, tells me the memory clocks, and it tells me the water pumps stats.
Yeah, see, if I brought up my thermal radar, I can tell every hot spot on my board.
Yeah, see,
and whatnot. It tells me the RAM slots, the processor, the GPU slots. And some spots are obviously they're cooler than normal, or they're cooler than others, just because they're not being used and it's just ambient temperature around them.
Right. A little bit of heat wave coming past them, but other than that, not much.
Exactly, not enough to really get you all crazy and stuff. I mean, like right now, when I was streaming the other day with my broadcaster and whatnot with Streamlabs, when I was using it, my system got up to 65C.
Right.
And right now, my system on XSplit is at my system right now is like, I guarantee it's like 58C. Reckless. No monies. Oh well.
Nice parking though.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm watching you back in right now.
Yeah, I might know how to back up a little bit.
First time in a while you backed in first shot.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And you had no choice but to get hit the hole perfect.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I could have just pressed the button and let it auto park me, but
yeah, where's the fun in that?
Exactly. I think that was something to behold. Watch what I do next.
I got my software set to hide my mouse. So on mine, whenever I stream, all you see is all of a sudden me clicking something.
Yeah, I don't mind showing the mouse clicks or showing what the mouse is doing. I really don't mind it, just because why not?
Yeah, I've just upped my set when I was originally setting up at my streaming software. But I only streamed the one platform.
Check out what I'm doing.
I'm watching you. You're at the gate right now, or
I'm taking the load.
Pallets. Back to Eugene.
Yep.
Now you're running back all the way back over there.
Why not?
I know what you're gonna do. I've done the same thing. I actually kind of like the way this place is set up. The ups man there's probably wondering what the heck you're doing. Well, he went in, he came back out, and now he's backing in again.
Came in a little too close.
Oh, you're in a different spot. Don't hit the Warbird trailer.
No.
Show him skills in that KW. Yeah, you're at least fortunate you have somebody that can help you with your computer stuff if you need it.
Yeah, most definitely.
I
trust Technology, I really do, because he knows his mess, and like I said, he built this rig, and you can see the end result. I mean, this rig, when it was built originally, it was never intended to be a streaming rig. This was just meant to be a budget gaming rig. And now, you know, here we are, we're having fun and, you know, doing some streaming in 2019 and...
Streaming, talking, and playing a game.
Yeah, exactly.
Not to mention triple streaming.
Well, I'm only technically single streaming. Restream handles the rest of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I broadcast up to them and then they distribute it for me, so... I can't blame them for the driving, but I can blame them for the quality if the video sucks.
It's actually not bad for 720p.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I like about the software I use. There's no limitation like that.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have even thought back in 2013, I would have never have given it a thought about actually playing and streaming from one system. I would have never even thought of streaming video games. As a matter of fact, I always thought people who stream video games, I thought they were little weirdos. But now here I was a weirdo.
Yep, he's ranked up with them.
Pretty much. Thank all you guys for watching tonight and tuning in for this dumpster fire of a video game stream.
Yep. I've got my software set up too, where I can do a dual stream. Like if me and you are both playing and streaming.
Yeah.
And in a convoy, I can actually have your stream play inside mine.
Yeah. Using like a window capture?
Yeah, I use actually a screen capture. Have it capture the whole screen.
Right.
Then I can actually take that and put it like in the top right corner or something of the screen of my stream.
Yeah.
Superimpose right in on top of it and have your name
so
on
if
it.
you're watching my stream and your full screen on your stream, you can just screen capture that, and then you can transform the size of the window on your actual stream broadcast.
Yeah, exactly. And I can put text in it, like I can say substream courtesy of XG Wolverine.
Right.
And me and you could be like in a convoy. Your viewers would only see you, but if somebody was watching my stream, they could see both.
Well, I mean, that would work if I was actually, like, streaming off of YouTube. Where I would sit there and actually put your video up as well.
Mm-hmm. We might have to tinker with that sometime.
That'd be something to play with.
Ace
walked me through some settings yesterday, I believe it was, or day before, of Streamlabs, helping me out with that, just kind of tweaking some stuff. And I didn't want to deal with it tonight, so I'll probably deal with it tomorrow. Give it a whirl.
Are you using XSplit tonight?
Yeah, that's why I'm using XSplit.
Plus, Old Faithful.
The only thing I don't like, and I haven't found one that I do like yet, is I like the fact that XSplit has what they call a macro beta. They actually have that built into their software to where all I got to do is just, activate the extension, and I can assign keybinds. Now, I can assign the same keybinds through my Razor software. The only problem is I'm too lazy to figure it out.
Oh yeah, I can do macros on here.
See, I can't figure out how to do actual macros through Streamlabs. I can macro like changing scenes and stuff like that, but as far as just activating sounds or whatever from like WAV files, no, I can't do all that. I mean, you probably can, but it takes somebody with more knowledge of it than I have.
Yeah, I've done it before on here, but it's nothing I really use, so I ain't got it set up anymore.
For me, I actually use it because I like it, I mean, I use it because I like having the sounds and, everything like that. It's nice when stuff like that goes on.
I used to have it set up to where, like if I hit the horn on the truck, it would actually play a horn sound through the stream.
Yeah, see, I've got all kinds of different macro sounds. Plus, I like them independent of the game itself because, like if Jeff says something and it's like ooh, that was shots fired, I can press my button and it'll fire my shotgun.
Yep.
I mean, I like having that kind of freedom and flexibility with it.
You got random road events turned on?
Nuh-uh.
Oh no, I know what that is.
That was dead end.
That's actual scene, yeah. I seen the tractor after you met halfway around the corner.
No, I don't do the random road event stuff. They can keep that mess.
I hit one of them road events today, and I got them turned off. It was just an invisible wall halfway across the road.
I haven't hit an invisible wall in the middle of the road in quite some time.
Yeah, I think they've worked most of them out, but there's still a few.
I'll tell you right now, though, I did have that happen. It was back late last year. I was streaming this, and I was in coast to coast.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what state I was in, but apparently there was a sign that had slightly been misplaced, and by slightly, in the real world, it was off by about 12 feet.
Yeah, it was right in the middle of the lane.
It was right in the middle of the road, and I literally it came into distance, and I didn't react quick enough. Of course, I thought I could pass through it and whatnot, and this is wrong. I thought I'd hit it and it would just shoot off into the distance like I've done other signs. That sign was a freaking brick wall.
Yep.
And then I had another spot where I actually hit complete Invisawall. Like, out of nowhere. It was like hitting a brick wall. It was like I just ran into the side of a building at like 65.
Yep.
I was like, well, that sucks.
Yeah. Let me turn off my Corsair link. Minimize that. Open the studio. Ow, ow, ow. Okay.
We haven't crashed yet.
Nope. Bring this down here.
Sorta.
Create a new stream. Scene. I'm gonna call this one Duel. Okay, sources. Display capture.
That's one thing I will say that I love about the sun visors on the trucks. They do help sometimes.
Want that one. I'm also going to do a display capture off of, I think it's screen 3. Yep, it is.
Keep your car in your line. No, I don't have to. Pinkish purplish sky. Red sky at night, sailor's delight.
Yep. Okay, let me put your stream to full screen.
Good.
Okay. It needs to be just a smidgen taller.
You bet you can't. You bet you can't increase or decrease the size of the stream by just the scaling option, to where like it'll just transpose it by you just grabbing one corner and it'll equally size it all the way around.
It does that from the top bottom edge, not from the corner.
Oh, okay.
Like right now, I've got it set up. If I put OBS, oops, that's not what I wanted. If I move OBS over here, now what I need to do is go to settings, hotkeys. Hotkeys, I want. Where is dual screen? Oh, there it is. Dual screen is going to be Control 9. Apply and OK. I'm going to go Control 1 for the standby screen.
Well, we're going through the northern half of Tucson.
Yep. Let's see here. Okay, tools. That's not what I want. I gotta remember how to superimpose text on the screen.
Can't you just create a text box?
That's what I'm trying to remember how to do. Text, there it is. Text GDI.
I was gonna say, don't even get me to line. I don't know. This is something that sometime, at some point, I'll sit down with you and go over OBS.
XG Wolverine.
I mean, and the funny thing is, since our systems are pretty much identical, the settings would pretty much transition right over. You know?
Yep.
I mean, that's the only good thing about it, is with the systems being so close in the way they're built. I mean,
Right.
yeah, I don't think 8 gigs of RAM is going to matter too awful much. It's more the processors.
Exactly.
I was like, if I knew I could actually link my system to my wife's laptop, I'd use her laptop to stream.
Right. Now I gotta
It
figure
would
out.
get some kind of use. Alrighty, let's see what happens up here, folks. Does he crash it, or does he hold it?
Now I gotta figure out how to change the color of it. Oh, scroll down. There we go. Select color. Select white. Okay. Background opacity, I don't want that. Low, okay. I want to center that. Vertical alignment on top.
On your left, buddy, on your left.
10-4.
Why is it not showing up?
I have no idea. He's in a Volvo.
Right now it's just an empty box.
That's interesting.
Oh, maybe I need to move it forward. Move to top? Nope, that's not it. Set color. Custom color. White, okay. Order, move up.
And he must be grabbing them real miles.
Why is it not showing up? This is weird. And everything
You want to know
appears-
what's weird? What's weird is the fact that I think this will be my 4th run today.
Oh wow. Way to go.
Again, I'm not trying to catch one.
No.
There's absolutely no way. I'm just trying to help put in my fair share of the work to achieve the common goal of reaching that 100,000 mile goal that we have.
Right.
We got so many people that are working on that, so I figured, why not? I'll join in the party and throw out a few loads. My 3rd or 4th load. Yeah, because I did a load before I was streaming. And I did a load. I was starting my 2nd load. No. Yeah, this is my 4th load. So yeah, I did a load going up, a load coming back, and that's where you joined in, was when I was on my return trip.
Right.
Then I started streaming when I came back.
Alright, I'm just taking that out because it ain't working.
I'm dealing with people.
I had to work on the text overlay later.
And then went up to Newport and then came back. No, this is my 5th load. So I went from Flagstaff to Medford, from Medford to Las Cruces, from Las Cruces to Newport. So, and then from Newport back to Sholo, wasn't it? Wasn't it Sholo that I was in?
I'm not sure.
It's down South Arizona. And now I'm heading back up to Eugene. So yeah, this is my 5th load for the day.
Yeah.
That's not bad. That is not bad at all. Well, once everybody started talking about trying to reach that 100,000 mile goal, I was like, yeah,
Yep.
we got to have all those 100,000 miles done before, say, 5 p.m. Eastern Friday.
Yep.
4 p.m. I think, or something like that. Because let's see.
All right.
What is
Dual stream is up and running.
What is midnight US UTC? What is midnight UTC in Eastern?
It's Thursday, 30th of May, 2019.
I'm just gonna do.
I don't think that was what I wanted.
I'm gonna do me a short load. Just
Hey,
to
John.
test it.
Gonna do a short load.
Yep, we're gonna do a short load to test this with.
Okay, so at 000 it is
And
8
just at that
p.m.
moment,
Eastern time is when it rolls. Midnight UTC is 8 p.m. Eastern, so yeah, technically 5 p.m. So as long as we get loads done by 5 p.m., it'll actually roll over somewhere in there. Somewhere between 5 and 8 p.m. is when it'll change over to the 1st.
apparently my steering wheel is messed up again.
You broke it.
No, I gotta go in and change the settings again. Update them.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do that, Bob. I
on-
think we're gonna switch over from the trips to the double axles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually liking it because I've been able to get to 91 a lot faster. Of course, it could also be a weight difference too, you know.
Yeah.
Because I've been running the dry van with the dual axles instead of the triple axles, and I think it could just be the fact that you can't load as much weight on a dual axle as you can a triple axle.
Possibly.
So, but even then, that still shouldn't. Well, I guess technically it shouldn't matter because weight limits are 80K period.
Yeah.
Listen, you're hauling oversized.
Then you got all the extra axles to make up for it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Unless you're hauling oversized, the weight limit should be 80K.
Well, that was a good one, Bob.
Did you break it?
No, I just backed right into a light pole.
Good job.
Not paying attention.
They didn't need that light pole anyway.
Nah, I just bumped it.
Yeah, this is all kinds of good right here.
Well, if anybody's watching my stream, they're getting a treat. They're getting to watch a double stream.
Right. Let's see. I would do that. Unfortunately, it would hinder me.
Did I not take the load from where I was at? Where's my GPS at? Nope, I didn't. I took one from down the street.
It would actually hinder me big time because right now I do have 3 monitors and I'm using all 3.
Right. Yeah, but for me, I can do it easily because I've always got extra monitor views.
Yeah. Well, see, right now I'm running my chat stuff in full screen because of the way it wraps around. That way, since it's in full screen, it's easier now. I mean, I could probably transpose Discord and whatnot and just do a window capture on it.
Right. See, me, I've got your stream open full screen above me.
Yeah.
I've got Discord and OBS open on the right screen, and then my game is on the main screen. And your stream is being upscaled to 1080p.
Oh wow!
Even though you're getting about 1/5 of my screen space on the stream.
Right.
Which you can look at that when you get done.
No, I'm gonna do it right now.
You can watch the replay.
Yeah. Because I monitor my stream through Facebook on my tablet, but I'm actually over here right now taking a look at yours.
Right.
Okay, I gotta turn that down. I don't want to hear myself. Alright. Bob.
Yeah.
Good news, bad news.
What's that?
Love you to pieces, man, but yeah, I got every bit of your stream.
You mean that's not showing yours?
No, I've got every bit of your stream. Unless you're running dual pistols and driving a T680. Your whole stream on my phone right now is full. My whole stream is full screen on your stream.
I wonder if you're only seeing part of mine.
No, I'm looking at. I've got the. I'm on my phone, dude. It doesn't matter what it doesn't matter what it is. My stream should be really, really small, a small window compared to yours. But I'm literally seeing my whole every bit that I'm broadcasting. It's duplicated on my tablet.
All right. Well, let me bring my laptop out here.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter what orientation. If I rotate my phone to the left and it throws it in full screen mode, I'm still seeing the same stuff. So yeah, I mean mine is literally. I'm looking at duplicates right now. I'm watching your YouTube stream and my Facebook stream, and they're identical.
All right, hang on. I'm connecting my laptop to the Wi-Fi. Am I logged in on here? No.
There you go.
But
It's always nice to help people figure stuff out. Glad I tuned in, huh?
Yeah, because I wouldn't thought to go look at it yet.
Yeah, no, right? I always proof my stream. I just have to. My tablet volume stays turned down so I don't hear myself and whatnot, but because I hear myself in the mic monitor in my headset, but no, I sit there and I always look at it just in case there's lagginess or something like that. I can address it kind of in a hurry.
Now, okay, I opened it on YouTube, and it's working just fine on my laptop.
On your laptop?
Yeah.
That's weird because I'm viewing it.
Because I'm looking at myself sitting at the gas pump, and in the top right corner, you're driving down the highway.
That's weird. Why am I not seeing it?
So
that's weird. Why I'm only seeing my stream on your? Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Hang on. Let me make sure. What? Duh, stupid. That explains a whole heaping lot. I was watching my stream.
Oh, I was gonna say
because my stream popped up automatically, and I was looking at my stream. I'm like, what the heck? But yeah, now I see it. Now I see how you got it oriented. That looks good.
I was like, wait a minute here, because it's showing right on my screen.
Yeah, I know, right? I was like, wait a minute.
I had to go pull it up on my laptop just to see.
What
which I usually have it open on the laptop.
I guess that's how you pronounce that. But yeah, I see it now. It looks good. It looks really good. I would have never have thought to go to that. Yeah, I did the same thing, Melinda. Mine popped up as live, and I had to click on Bob's thing, so it's fine. Yeah, his is right now.
I was going to tell you, I'm looking at it on mine, and I'm like, they're showing it right. What's going on here, Wolverine?
Because I'm stupid and don't know how to YouTube. I can't technology.
That's why you have tech around.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm gonna have to look him up sometime. His channel.
Who's that?
Your friend Tech.
Oh, he don't have a channel.
Thought he did.
No, he don't stream.
I've seen his name somewhere.
Tech and Eroji?
Yeah, maybe it was just a website I've seen it on. Forum or something.
It was probably a comment or something that you've seen on mine or whatever, but no, he doesn't have an actual streaming page or a streaming YouTube or anything like that. That actually looks good though, and it's interesting to see where you're at versus where I'm at. You are definitely heading to the east, and I'm heading to the west.
Right.
But it looks good. It really does.
Actually, I'm going to pull over real quick and look at which way it's got me routed.
It looks like your GPS is routing you, you don't have a double back line. That's what I'm saying. I don't see one at least.
It's got me going up to 20 and coming down to 5. Which is about right from Burns to Medford.
I will say this, your mic is starting to sound a little bit like you're underwater.
Oh, it's my internet's taking a dump.
Thanks, man. I'll give you a quick peek here in the last of the daylight that we have. That's pretty much the best I can give you is that view right there. Doing 95 miles an hour, I like it.
Well, there you go, Melinda. You can watch 2 streams at once.
Yeah.
There's another method I could do it too that I think would make the text part work right.
Right.
As if I did them like split screen. I kind of think it's neat having yours like superimposed over my mirror.
Well, yeah, I mean, it works. You know, it really does work. It looks good, because I was actually trying to think of, if I was going to do it, where could I put your stream at if I was going to do yours? And yeah, that actually works out very well.
Yeah, it's big enough a person can see it and know what's going on, but yet it's not taking up the whole stream.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think this would be neat for both of us to do if we're like in a convoy.
Oh yeah,
together.
most definitely. I agree with that 100%.
We could switch scenes to that setup and just both of us stream.
Yeah, exactly. I would definitely set that scene up to where it would do. Actually, believe it or not, I wouldn't, because I have too much going on scene 1 that I would just add it in and then just disable it when I didn't need it.
Yeah. See, I've got like 6 scenes set up on mine.
Actually, I wouldn't even have to disable it, to be
Just
honest.
don't switch to it. Just don't switch to it.
Well, no, what I'm saying is I wouldn't even have to disable anything. I could just leave it up, and then if I don't have nothing there, nothing's going to be there.
Right. On mine, it'd just be my desktop wallpaper if your stream wasn't open.
Yeah, I think that's what it would be for mine, too.
But see, what I like to do is this.
But what would be cool is my desktop wallpaper is literally the same picture I have on my YouTube. It's the same picture I have on my Facebook and all that. It's actually my name. So It works.
Which I like to do that every so often.
But no, I use game capture for the game itself.
Right.
I mean, the game runs in full screen mode anyway, so why not?
Right. So which one are you looking at, Melinda?
All right.
See, me, all I did was moved OBS off of my top screen down to my small screen so I could use the top screen for the capture.
Right.
Of your stream, which is playing full screen.
Yeah, I mean, I could always get around it. I could always do away with the Discord screen.
Yeah.
And just throw the stream up on that screen, and just use my phone and leave my phone open to where I could sit there and see the actual voice chats and who's connecting. Because it's kind of nice to know whenever, I hear the ding, but then if I hear the ding, I don't know who's joining. That's why I'm like, who's joining the chat?
Well, see, what I did is I shrunk my OBS down a little bit and actually have it sitting on top of Discord.
See, I don't run. My OBS is running, but it's minimized.
But I can see the Discord channel list still.
Yeah. See, I have to run the chat in the full screen, because if I don't, then whenever Melinda was telling about the almost head-on collision, that would have literally, people would have been commenting and I wouldn't have seen it.
Right.
You know, it would have been commenting, and it would have, or I wouldn't have been able to read her whole thing right away. You know, so it allows the words to stretch out and not wrap as tightly.
Right.
And whatnot, and that to me makes it easier to read, and it also allows me, for when the comments are really flowing, it allows me to kind of keep up with the comments.
Right.
Right now the comments are kind of light, so it's no big deal, but you know, I did have a night some years ago or not some years ago, jeez. I had a night last year, back in August or September, where I had I was upwards of 200-300 viewers. Yeah. That was the best night I've ever had, by the way. It was amazing. But the chat was on fire. I mean, the chat was just rolling.
Yep.
And I didn't think of a whole lot of things and whatnot. What you got, baby?
I made Melinda a moderator on mine.
I will make sure she gets that, because it is 10:42. She'll be getting off in about 15 minutes. Let's see. And one too. She gonna love both of them if I don't crash the truck. Well, I know she is very happy. She will be very happy with that. That's fine. It's okay, babies. You're good.
Actually, I think your stream looks better upscaled.
Well, I appreciate that, man. I love the American trucks as well. I mean, I've played and dabbled with some Euro truck too, and it's not my thing, man. I mean, if I was gonna have a cab over in a game, I would prefer to have an American cab over in this game. I mean, I wouldn't care if it was a freight shaker; it wouldn't matter. Give me a Freightliner. I just would not care. I'd prefer to have a Kenworth, but I'll take a Freightliner if I can have it.
Yep.
But I'm more the slope nose type, aerodynamic type truck guy. I mean, I just like the look. The lines are just sleek and elegant. Don't get me wrong, I love the W900 as well. It is my favorite square nose, but yeah, I like the slope nose. If I could actually have the one I want, would be the T800. That'd be the one I'd want. I would literally pay $25, real world money. I would pay $25 to get that truck in this game. That is no joke. And I say it because I look at trucks like they're mounts. And yeah, in World of Warcraft, if you want to buy a mount from the store, it's about $25. The Winged Guardian is the most expensive of the WoW mounts. It's $30. Yeah. But I got mine for free. Haha. That's what happens when Blizzard screws up on a billing. They screwed up. They were unwilling to give me the money back, so I told them point blank. I was like, I want to leave here happy. And they was like, yeah, we want to make you happy. And I said, well, what can we do? I said, well, what can you do? The guy goes, well, I'll tell you what, we'll give you this and this. And I was like, all right, cool. I didn't even argue it.
Yep.
What's up, Dan?
Free digital content.
Absolutely. The guy gave me a $30 mount for free. I was like, I'll take it.
Other thing is, there's no loss to them on that.
No, absolutely not.
It's digital content. It's not like they got to go out and make one to give you.
Absolutely.
They're just giving your game access to download it.
Yep.
They sell 5 of them or 5,000.
What had happened was they had overbilled me, and when they had overbilled me, it was like, okay, we got you, because they had billed me twice, which came out to about $30. So them giving me the mount was, in my opinion, a break-even situation. I mean, I basically paid for it, at that point. Yeah. So, but they gave it to me as a way to give me my money back without giving me my money back, and I'm like, all right, I'll take it.
Yep.
Like, if you willing to give me a $30 amount, I'll eat the fact that I just lost $30 in friggin' money.
Yeah.
But at least I got something for my troubles.
That you would have bought later anyway.
I probably would have never bought it, to be perfectly honest. Who am I kidding? Yes, I would. I'm a mount whore. I can't complain about that. I am a legit. I have been told by all my friends that play World of Warcraft with me, they're like, dude, some people collect herbs, some people collect ores. You're a mount whore. I'm like, you know this? Because there was a time where I was literally going around the whole game world just buying up all the mounts that I could buy, and actually put myself on a track to try to find some of the rarer mounts that you can't buy in the game. You just have to find them. Basically, it's a quest chain to get the mount.
Yep.
That's the only thing I do hate is sometimes you go through a laggy area, and it's like time just speeds down, and then when it speeds back up, it's
Yep. You ever seen my advert in game?
Yeah, I think I have.
It's up right. Well, it was just up.
Yeah, I don't do an advert because, I mean, I could find it and do it, but I don't, just because I stream so much different things that it just wouldn't be prudent to me to do it.
I've also got a standby screen that I put up when I first start, But if I got to switch screen something on my desktop to look at something or do something real quick, I'll put the advert up while I'm doing it.
Right.
So everybody ain't seeing my desktop and whatever I'm looking at.
Ted, brother, I'll be honest. From what I understand about it, if it does, it's going to be a while. If it ever comes out on console, it's going to be a while. There was a rumor about a year or so ago, from what I understand, that it was being looked at to possibly produce it for consoles. I don't think that they're currently focusing on that side of it. Granted, I firmly believe there's a market for it. And,
Right.
you know, I firmly believe that they could upload the new map expansions to Xbox Marketplace and the PlayStation Store. I firmly believe they can do that. But it's something that the devs over at SCS are going to have to just figure out how they want to do it, you know?
And SCS is mostly a PC gaming company.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, most of their games is all PC.
PCMR, you know.
I mean, it's not made by the same crowd that does Farming Simulator.
Right.
I mean, granted, in my opinion, they'd be fools not to. But if you're asking me from an honest standpoint, I think it will come out at some point. I honestly don't think it'll be with the Xbox One generation. I think it will be with the next-gen consoles if it comes out.
Right.
Or after, because right now what they're focusing on is they're focusing on the content
for the PC editions. They got a lot of work to do.
The phone thing it's a different game, similar in idea and design, but it's not as expansive as this game here is. I mean, if you look at the Steam store, if you look at Steam, kind of like the Xbox Marketplace or the PlayStation Store, if you look at those things, they're all pretty much the same. It's just, and technically PlayStations and Xboxes they're basically computers. They're just really, you know, in my opinion, they're really expensive computers that you have to replace every 4 or 5 years. Right. So, you know, it's just one of those things where with a Xbox One, once new games start coming out for the Xbox 2, I guess it would be called, once they start coming out for that, you have to buy the console in order to play those games. Well, if ATS was on console, so you could play it, where you'd have to buy a new console to play the games and whatnot, all I got to do is just update a graphics card or update a processor. I mean, it's very, very simple. Short, sweet, and to the point. So, you know, but as far as that goes, I don't see why they won't do it. To me, I think there's money in it. But then again, they also have to line out with Microsoft and Sony about getting the
rights to port
the ability to be able to post the product on the store, and then it really comes down to a negotiation thing. I don't think you'd want to sit there and spend $30 for ATS for just the 3 states, Arizona, Nevada, and California. I don't think you'd want to spend $30 on the PlayStation Store when PC guys can get it for $20, and that's at its normal retail. So, you know, I think if they could line it out to where that could be done, I think that'd be a great idea. And yes, Dan, I do know the PS5's coming out. Probably from the reports I've heard on PS5 and Xbox One, it's probably going to end up being a 2020 release, most likely around Christmas.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
If they do it any sooner, I think everybody would be surprised. If they do it any sooner, in my opinion, it'd be a rush.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that Sony's not even going to be a part of E3 this year, which is very surprising. Microsoft has a big spread they're wanting to do, which I'm pretty sure they'll discuss the new Xbox console and everything at E3. But I don't think either one of them. Hey, no problem, man. No problem. I explain as much as I can as far as if I know it or not. But I will tell you this much. I also have heard through the rumor mill in the grapevine that Microsoft and Sony are working on something that has been literally every player's dream for forever. basically, since PC gaming got its start. And that is, they're working on a way to make it so where if you play on Xbox and I play on PC, we can play together. That is something that they're actually working on. Whoa! That was close. Ain't nothing like cutting somebody off. Tell you what.
Mm-hmm.
That dude need to grab a lane.
That tanker.
Yeah, I mean, he was all up in my lane. All I could do was stop. That was pretty much it. But yeah, I mean, that's something that I've heard that Microsoft and Sony are actually working on together, trying to get it to where there's cross-platform gaming. Because, I mean, you know, you look at it, and from the if you look at it from the simple standpoint of, most games have an anti-cheat built into them. You know, games like America's Army, games like GTA Online. There's basically an anti-cheat built in. Now, there is a way to go in and get around the anti-cheat and everything like that. People know it, blah, blah, blah. I don't do it because I feel like, hey, why not?
Play the game as it was designed.
Oh, believe it or not, I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, brother, you can get a wheel for your Xbox or your PlayStation, so don't even bring that into play. Wheels are a lot more precise than a keyboard. Only thing I use my mouse for is this.
The G920 is a wheel.
That's all I use my mouse for, is spinning my camera around. My truck driving up and down the road, I steer left and right. I steer with my keys and whatnot. But yeah, I can get a wheel too. But no, I mean, it would be nice to be able to play with consolers. It really would.
Yeah. Well, there'd be some fun crashes then. Like that one.
But yeah, it is interesting, and they do have them. They do have wheels, pedals, shifters. They have the whole 9 yards for your PlayStation and your Xbox. The Logitech G920, the Logitech G29. I mean, they'll hook right up to your Xbox or your PlayStation, and we PC guys can use them on our computers too.
That's what I'm playing with, the G27.
I know plenty of people that use the entire G29 setup, and they love it. Yeah. I mean, I want the G29 setup. The only problem for me is the G29 setup is like $400, so I have to choose.
And finding a good used one's hard to do.
I wouldn't buy a used one. I really and truly would not.
Believe it or not, that's what I'm using, is a used G27 that I've had for over 5 years.
Believe it or not, in Truckers multiplayer, the admins are very strict. If that guy, if I'd have wanted to report that guy, I could have reported the tanker for blocking, but I didn't report him because I figured that he was just, not paying attention or whatever, and it was alright, no big deal. My load already had like 1% damage anyways. Oh no, I ain't got no damage on the load. That's even better. So, but no, I usually don't make a big stink about it. Now, if somebody's driving the wrong way on my side of the road and they're coming at me and they hit me, oh yeah, I'll report them in a heartbeat. That's a ban. And there are people that they push the limitations of the system, and they will try everything they can. And there are different levels of bans. Your first ban's for 3 days, your second ban's for 5 days, your third ban is for, I think, a couple weeks or a month, something like that. Your fourth ban is you're banned for 3 months, and your fifth ban, you're gone. Either your fifth ban or your sixth ban. I think there's like either 5 or 6 ban levels. And yeah, I mean, if you reach 5 bans within a certain amount of time, yeah, you're getting that 30-day ban. It's happening, guaranteed.
Yeah.
And then once you've reached the sixth man, it's over with.
You don't need to be playing the multiplayer anyway.
Exactly.
You don't play well with others.
Obviously, you definitely ain't playing well with others. But now there are times where crashing into each other is kind of expected, and it's kind of, there's kind of an unwritten rule that at the racetrack is kind of like the only place that the admins really won't bother it.
Yeah.
And whatnot.
That's a fun zone.
Well, in just multiplayer alone.
Who just passed me? Oh.
Your buddy. But in multiplayer alone, the longest trip that you can take is roughly 2,300 miles. And that takes about 2 hours to do if you're doing it real miles.
Right.
Real miles is anything 80 and below. Race miles is 81 and above. And right now I'm doing race miles. I've been holding 95 mile an hour for a while.
By the way, thanks for the pass warning.
Oh, you're welcome. It's called I kept my lane, you were keeping your lane, I didn't open my mouth.
I've seen the headlights in the mirror.
Yeah, you're welcome. Well, I got my I-beams on.
Yep. So
but yeah, you can be at the longest haul of about 2,300 miles for about 4 hours. Now, if you go into single player and use the coast to coast mod, I guarantee you, I have gone coast to coast in single player. Let me tell you how that works out. That's a 4-hour trip, easy. Real world, 4 hours, and golly, it's long. Holy cow, it's so long. I mean, I like the idea of driving across the country, but yeah, no, I actually do enjoy driving in the multiplayer, because obviously I just passed Bob, who you're hearing on the Discord here with me. But it's nice to run with other people. In single player, you can't. So, oh crap, Bob, get on the brakes! Get on the brakes! Get on the brakes!
What am I getting on the brakes for?
Yeah, there's a wreck.
Oh, I'm not on the highway anymore.
I wish I wasn't on the highway either.
My drop-off's right here to my right. Got me stopping at a green light. I thought you knew something ahead of me that I didn't know.
Yeah, you can see it in the stream.
Yeah, I'm looking up at you right now. You're wedged between the guardrail and the...
too. I was literally trying to skirt him. I really was.
I just didn't have enough room.
Nope.
Well, my live stream got to see both of us together for a moment.
Yep. But no, it's one of those things where you get stuff like that. That guy obviously can't drive turnpike doubles. I don't think those were turnpikes. They might have just been doubles, but he obviously can't drive because he took the tow and got out of there.
That looked like MP doubles.
Yeah.
Where are you headed anyway?
Eugene.
You tell where I was just at?
Thanks, Ted. But no, I mean, you can take and you can do all that stuff. I mean, it's fun. I mean, I bought everything in this game purchasable that I can buy. I own at least one of everything, and it's nice. What's up, Kane?
Watching the stream?
No, he ain't watching the stream. But no, I just, I enjoy it. It's a relaxing game. It's fun to get in here with your buddies in convoy, and then we go down to the racetrack. And when we go to the racetrack, we have fun, and we usually tear up a lot of things, and we usually blow up, $1 million.
Destroy our trucks.
Mm-hmm. And when you destroy the trucks in the game, oh yeah. And as far as the damage goes, there is no physical representation of damage. There is a calculable damage that basically goes off of a percentage.
Hey, Mooseman, I'm going to be going by you on your left here. Safe travels. Have a good night.
So, it is what it is, but...
Where are you headed?
Hey, no problem there, Ted. No problem. Like I say, you can pick it up on Steam. I think it's on sale. If it's not, it's $19.99. But if it's on sale, it's considerably cheaper. So yeah. All right, cool, Kane. But no, it's a fun game and it's enjoyable. I've been playing this since August of last year or June of last year. No, July of last year. What am I talking about? I'm stupid.
I've been playing since 2014.
Yep.
So you see who the senior driver is here.
But we all enjoy running together. Like me and Bob are in a virtual company and we enjoy it. We have a Discord and everything like that. So I mean, we've been in the top 5 for race miles the last 2 months since the company's been founded. So it's fun.
Yep. We enjoy it.
Bob's my COO. I'm one of the 2 owners of the company, and you know, we got a good crowd of people here. We like to have fun.
Where are you dropping off at in Eugene?
I have no idea. I just go until the red line ends.
Hit your F6 real quick.
I don't wanna.
Well, I was gonna wait for it to pop up on the stream so I can see it.
Empty pallets going to Walbert.
Walbert. Very good. Thank you.
You're welcome. But no, we enjoy running together. I enjoy running with Bob and everybody here. I mean, it's just a good crowd of people, and we all have the same goal. Of course, as with any collective group in any game, you have to have goals. And right now, our collective goal is we want to be number 1.
That's right.
The only way to be number 1 is we gotta
run it.
What type of money, Jay asked? What type of money do you gotta dump into a PC to enjoy this game? Go to Staples, buy you a $400 Acer laptop. You can play it all day, every day.
Yep. It does.
If you're feeling froggy, go ahead and spend $400 more, get the HP Omen, and be done with it. No, I'm not sponsored by HP. I have a custom-built rig, but I highly endorse the HP Omen because I know what it's capable of.
Yep, it's a very
As a matter of fact, I got one of my 2 CEOs. I got him to purchase an HP Omen for $800.
And that's a good machine for the price.
That's a very good rig. Just make sure you get the one with the AMD chipset, not the one with the Intel chipset. Because the AMD chipset, in my opinion, is better.
Yeah, you actually get more processor power for the same price. Yeah, you
get more power for your money when you buy an AMD chipset system. But yeah, like I said, any Best Buy, the system's going to be average right around $800 to $1,000, something like that. But it's a great system, and it'll do everything you want it to do and more.
Yep.
Like, I'll put it like this. You buy an HP Omen, there ain't too many games out there that you can't play.
No.
I mean...
you enjoy games like this, it plays it without breaking a sweat.
Yeah, this game right here is... I mean, right now, what you're seeing, I'm running on ultimate settings right now. So, I probably shouldn't be, but I am, because it looks pretty.
And the machine can handle it that he's running on.
Yep. It's not necessarily the machine, it's more the graphics card than anything else.
Right, me and him are basically, we are running the same processor in our machines.
The only difference is Bob fell off the potato wagon whenever he decided he was going to buy an NVIDIA graphics card.
Yep, and he's running an AMD.
Yep.
But I'm happy with my graphics card because it works.
Yeah, well, I'm happy with my AMD card because it works.
Right, I'm running a GTX 1660.
I have no idea what I'm running. I'd actually have to look it up.
Right now, I'm at my screen's refresh max, 75 hertz, 75 frames a second.
And I will tell you this: if you go to Best Buy to buy your system, and you buy the HP Omen, I will tell you right now, if they try to sell you a $400 monitor, call them crazy. Say no thank you. Because they are crazy. I will tell you right now. There's people who want to beg to differ. There's people who want to argue the point. And I actually had a healthy debate in my stream about a month ago where somebody tried to say I was wrong, and then they all got shut down. I want to find my truck, and this looks like a great platform to put it together. Yeah, it is. It's a fun platform to put it together. But as far as your monitor goes, go to Walmart, pick you up a little simple 24-inch TV, LED TV. Some people are all like, oh, the refresh rate on the monitor is better than on the TV. I'm like, okay, yeah, you play your Xbox on a TV or a monitor on my TV. Well, there you go. Case in point, Xbox, PlayStation, they're both computers.
Yep.
Just with different interface controls. That's literally the only difference.
Yep.
You use navigational sticks to go up and down on the menus on a Xbox or a PlayStation. I use a keyboard and mouse. It's the only difference, the inputs. LED TVs have come so far that, I mean, I got a 32-inch LED monitor that I would gladly use as a television if I had to. With zero issues. And the only reason I got it is because it was like $120. Got it on Black Friday at Staples. Not sponsored by Staples either.
Or Walmart.
Although I guess in a way I kind of am sponsored by Walmart since my wife works there. I am kind of sponsored by Walmart, I guess, in a way. Not officially, but paycheck pays the bills. So there you go. But no, you'll enjoy it, you'll love it. There's Bobby with his little Turbo King reefer.
How did I beat you here?
I have no idea how you beat me there. Unless you took the quick travel to the garage.
Uh-huh. That's the only way.
I was going to say, that'd be the only way.
Ooh, hey, look what's outside my right side door.
HP Omen about to put it in his shopping cart. My man. You will love it, I promise you.
Yeah, they're great computers.
And I'll say this, just so that way everybody understands. I'm not an HP guy. But if I was going to buy a system that is fairly close, I mean, granted, it's a little bit better, or a lot better, but if I was going to buy something that's pretty similar to what I've already got and just buy it right out of the box, the Omen would be the rig I would buy. That is no lie. I can get a guy, if I can get, as a matter of fact, if Jeff is still watching, Jeff, tell Jay your experience, because Jeff actually bought the HP Omen. Asked me which one he would I buy, and I told him which one I'd buy, and that's the one he bought.
And he loves it.
And he loves the HP Omen. But again, I'm not an HP guy. I've always been a Dell guy. So, you know, I'm a Dell type cat, but I swear by that HP Omen, it's a good system. For the money, you cannot beat it. The only way you can beat the HP Omen is if you have the knowledge base to build your own.
Yep. And go on YouTube. There's plenty of people that have reviewed the Omen, and all of them gave it good review.
Oh yeah, the Omen has gotten excellent reviews. That's why I said I would buy the HP Omen for myself if I wanted a second rig that I didn't build.
Go watch, what's his name? Linus,
yeah. Linus is definitely the guy to watch when it comes to reviews like that.
Jay's 2 cents. He did.
Yeah, I trust Linus when it comes to those kind of things. Holy cow, check it out. We rebounded off of that last load. We got an excellent. Woohoo!
I did until I went off-roading watching your traffic jam.
Jeff just said, best money I've ever spent. Absolutely.
Yes, it
and
is,
no,
brother.
He did not buy monitors with that computer. He bought TVs.
Yep.
Because TVs are cheaper.
They're the way to go.
I'll tell you right now, I know the Walmart my wife works at, they have LG 24-inch LED TVs. $69 on clearance last time I saw them.
Yep. And that's just because they got a new model, LG, to replace it. They do that about once a year. And if you're lucky, you'll catch the table sitting in the aisle with all the display models sitting on them for even cheaper. That's where I bought my 55-inch for $180.
There you go.
And I've had it almost 3 years now. Brought it home, hooked it up, turned off store demo mode, and it's been a great TV.
Well, everybody, it's getting late. Wife just got home, and y'all know what time it is. Blindsided that thing perfectly. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate it, man. Well, look, we'll be back tomorrow night doing some stuff. Probably about 8 Eastern, we'll be back doing some fun stuff. So, y'all, all of y'all, come back. If you haven't done so, please like, follow, share everything you can to keep up with me. I try to keep up with this on a regular basis. And we like to have a lot of fun. We talk about a whole bunch of different goofy stuff. So, thank you guys for all watching. I genuinely appreciate it. I will see you guys tomorrow evening.
Bye. Have a great time.